And welcome to Pete Curlicerto Field at Van Meter Stadium in Beckley. Tonight, Video Productions presents exciting high school football. It's the Greenbrier Spartans 1-0 against the Beckley Flying Eagles, also 1-0. Hello again, everybody. With Eric Thomas, I'm Maris Lowry. Our cast of characters is here, including Chris Farish on stats, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, producing and directing with Cameron Ball, also heavy hitter 2, and Jackie Moon on camera, as we welcome you in to the Greenbrier Automotive pregame show. And Eric, we think we're going to be in for an excellent football game. Beckley and Greenbrier East, it is a rivalry game, and even more than a rivalry game for Beckley, and I'm not sure if a lot of people realize this, but after tonight, Beckley will not be home again until October the 10th, over a month before Beckley plays another home game. So to me, that adds extra significance because you always want to beat your rival East, but also when you don't have a home game for over a month.
Yeah, and especially with the young team that they have, this is a big opportunity for Beckley, to go 2-0. Leading into that road swing, but also this is a great opportunity for the Greenbrier Spartans to come down here and knock their rival off on their home field.
This series goes all the way back to 1973, and of course I was around for that first game, believe it or not, Eric. I was there, but you go through the 70s, and Beckley had their way of Greenbrier East. Then in the 80s they kind of battled back and forth. Greenbrier East through the 90s dominated, then Beckley started getting more control 2000, so the pendulum has swung back and forth, even though Beckley has got more wins overall in the series. Back in 2020, the COVID year, for whatever reason, Beckley went to Greenbrier East twice, and East beat Beckley twice in that same year. But that's the last time East has tasted victory against Beckley. The last 4 years have belonged to Beckley. So with this senior class of Greenbrier East, this is their last chance to get a win against Beckley. You don't want to be a Spartan and go through your entire high school year of never beating Beckley.
Yeah, and that's huge for this Greenbrier East team, who is actually down a class. So this will be a big feather in the cap and the helmet of the Greenbrier East Spartans if they could come out victorious tonight.
And what Eric was referring for down in class, they're in AAA. Of course, Beckley's in 4A. And as the teams are warming up, if you can see there on our screen, Beckley in all black tonight. It's a blackout here at Van Meter Stadium in Beckley. The crowd continuing to come in. Looks like it's going to be a beautiful night for football if the rain stays away.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to say that R word, as it looks like it may cloud up, but I don't mind the rain as long as the other things that come with the rain.
Yeah, as long as we don't get lightning. Watching that football game last night, which I'm sure you did, and I stuck it out too, that lightning delay, I don't think that helped anybody last night.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
All right, we're going to take our first break. When we come back, we'll tell you about some of the players on each team as we get you counting down to kickoff at the bottom of the hour. It's Beckley, Greenbrier East. We'll be right back, streaming live here on Video Productions.
He's a Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon, or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
Compliance helped me lose 15 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With Compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
You have a goal. You know what you want. Start with us, New River Community and Technical College, your community college. Take classes online or in a classroom in Beaver, Lewisburg, Summersville, or Princeton, or step outside the classroom in one of our technical or health programs. Find flexible and affordable options to help you reach your goal. It's closer than you think when you start with us, New River Community and Technical College. Apply today.
I never thought this would happen. When disaster takes control of your life,
we got you.
Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
And we welcome you back to Pete Curl-Certo Field at Van Meter Stadium in Beckley with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Scotty Brown is your local State Farm agent. He's in Shady Spring. You can dial him up at 681-238-6130. Also, the game tonight is brought to you by Exit Elevation Realty. If you're in the market to buy or sell your house, Luke Richmond, the broker, Steve Morgan, the assistant broker, will take excellent care of you. You can check them out on their website at exitelevationwv.com. Also, tonight's game is brought to you by Heather Cantley, your Edward Jones financial advisor. She's my financial advisor. She can be yours, too. She can help start getting you to plan for retirement. She's got a new location, Harper Road in Beckley, and you can dial her up at 681-254-0097. The game also brought to you by Hart's Cabinets, located in MacArthur. They have quality custom cabinets. They're a proud sponsor of local sports at 304-252-2917. Well, Eric, we take a look at both of these teams. They were winners last week. First of all, for the Spartans of Greenbrier East, they were able to put up 39 points in their 39-27 win over Riverside. And you and I have had a chance to watch Greenbrier East over the years, and I looked at their offensive chart, and I don't know if you've noticed this, but there are 11 starters, 10 of them are seniors. This is a senior-oriented team, a very experienced team. They're led by their outstanding quarterback, Brody Hamrick, and they got two really good running backs, a 1-2 punch in Godfrey and Settle, and also I like Stone and a good tight end in Burdette.
Yeah, and Godfrey is coming off a humongous game against the Riverside squad last week. I think he rushed it probably like 30 times, maybe for 180 yards, something like that. Is going to get a heavy dose of the run, and the run sets up the play action. And you talked about Hamrick. I remember him the last couple of years. Excellent arm, excellent athlete.
And good runner.
That's what I'm saying. He can hurt you
with his legs,
with his scrambling.
Yes.
So Beckley is really going to have to be disciplined, I think, in their rush lanes and the
rush integrity. Yes,
big. Yes.
And for the Flying Eagles, they had a big win last week, beating Washington. They won that game 41-20. But Eric, something that I think it really stands out for Beckley, they got up 20-0. Washington came roaring back, tied the game at 20, and then Beckley didn't panic. They were able to go on and win the game by 3 scores, 41-20. But they were very balanced. They had almost 250 yards rushing, 150 yards passing, almost 400 yards of total offense, and that starts with the guys up front, but also an excellent game by Beckley quarterback Gage Price and also the running back Gage Burdette.
Yeah, and both Gages, they came in. I guess it was a little quarterback battle, coming into camp, and Gage Burdette ended up having a fracture in his thumb. So a great job by Coach Surratt moving him. You got to get your best athletes, out on the field, and I think this team is really utilizing all the athletes this year, and they moved him to running back, and he has great instincts. I had a chance to go back and watch the game, and I'm real impressed with how he ran.
Speaking of their best athletes, I'm sure two names that you all will hear me and Eric talk about tonight, and that is one, A.J. Thomas, who you know really well. Of course, you are related to him, and we'll see him on both sides of the ball. And I think for Beckley to win, he's got to come up with some big plays. And also Preston Clary, same way. He's been big for Beckley last week, and he'll have to be big, I think, again tonight for the Flying Eagles.
Yeah, the thing that you'll know moving forward with Preston Clary, as we had a chance to see him also in the scrimmage against Cabell Midland, big play capability, getting the ball in his hands, makes contested catches. But I think defenses will start to scheme, corner, safety over top. So it'll be a chance for A.J. Thomas and the backups to really get man coverage, and they have to make the most of their possession.
Beckley's won the last 4 in this series, Eric, and with the team, as I mentioned, with Greenbrier East, especially offensively, where Greenbrier East has 10 of their 11 starters senior, a senior-oriented team, Greenbrier East feels that perhaps this is their best chance in the last 4 or 5 years to beat Beckley.
Yeah, and when you have seniors, you have, like you say, a lot of experience, a lot of games under the belt, not going to get rattled, especially with a veteran quarterback. And that's the key. Gage Price for Beckley kind of got thrown into fire last year. He was going to look to back up. But, of course, we had a transfer. Beckley had a transfer, right before the season. So I think he grew as the season went. But if you can see his maturity through the first 2 scrimmages and in that first game, he doesn't look as rattled as he did under pressure last year.
It's a beautiful night here in Beckley, and we're going to take our second pregame break and get you ready for the kickoff at the bottom of the hour. You're watching live streaming coverage of this rivalry game between Greenbrier East and Beckley, streaming live here on Video Productions.
Health began as a small clinic with a simple yet powerful purpose: to care for our neighbors right here at home. From the very beginning, it was about people showing up for each other, building trust, and staying connected. Today, Access Health is serving thousands across southern West Virginia. But what makes us different isn't just the care we provide, it's who provides it. Our team was born here, trained here, and lives here. This is what community looks like. This is Access Health, by the community, for the community, always.
Massey Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
We asked the real experts what they think of our Chevys and GMCs, and they didn't hold back.
Come here. Come on. I like the noise of it.
They tested the seats, the screens, and the tires as well. Now it's your turn. Northside Chevy GMC, approved by kids, loved by everyone. Chevrolet, together let's drive. GMC, we are professional grade.
Northside Levy, where they are right.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we welcome you back into the Greenbrier Automotive pregame show here at Pete Curlicerto Field at Van Meter Stadium in Beckley with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. We have our entire crew with us. Cameron Ball, the heavy hitter. Mr. Nick Eskins producing and directing. Chris Farish on stats. We have heavy hitter senior and Jackie Moon on camera. Tonight's game is brought to you by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. Leisure Lanes has a 24-lane bowling center with a full-service restaurant. Bring your family, join a league, or just book your next party there. You can dial them up at 304-253-7328. Also, the game is brought to you in part by Infinity Coal Company located in Sophia. They're now hiring experienced underground miners. They pay a great wage. They have great benefits. You can apply online through the United Coal Company's Facebook page. Also, the game brought to you by Pasquale's Italian Restaurant. Love me some Pasquale's. Had lunch there earlier in the week. Delicious meatballs. They have more than Italian dishes, though. They have sandwiches, salads, seafood. They have catering and private parties. And you can book your event by dialing 304-255-5253. And also, the game brought to you by Allstate Insurance, located at Market Road in Beckley. Lori Richens, my agent, takes care of me. She'll take care of you as well. You can dial her up at 304-252-8646. You're in good hands with Allstate. Well, Eric, it's a beautiful night as the Beckley band performs here in the pregame, and we're about 15 minutes away from getting this game kicked off. Beckley and Greenbrier East. And, of course, as I mentioned a couple segments ago, for Beckley, when you look at their schedule, after tonight, they have 3 away games. They have 2 away games, a bye week, and another away game. They don't have another home game until October the 10th. So obviously the game's important, but I think that adds extra importance by having that long drought before they're home again.
Yeah, and one thing that can help you with the young team, because they don't know what they don't know as far as going on the road, but getting a victory tonight will help those practices leading in, to their first road contest. So I think it's imperative for Beckley to get a win tonight.
And those 3 road games, of course, when they go to Parkersburg South next week, I think you're going to agree with me on this, Eric. This is probably Beckley's best chance to beat Parkersburg South since the series renewed about 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah, Parkersburg South, you know what you get. With them, they're really well sound up front. It's a wrestling school. They usually, when you have a good wrestling program, it carries over to football. But they have great skill position, good skill position players, and great quarterback, and it would be a tough challenge. These next 2 games, Greenbrier East and Parkersburg South.
Then Beckley will have to go down to Bluefield. Of course, Bluefield has a big test tonight, and we'll keep up with their game. They're playing Princeton, a big rivalry. Bluefield came off with a big victory when they beat Graham. They're doing the national anthem a little early, so we're going to go ahead and take our final pregame break. Probably have to get another one in there. They normally don't take the anthem this early, but we'll take the break and be right back as our continuing coverage comes from Beckley as we're streaming live here on Video Productions.
A Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon, or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
So you're ready to get started on that home remodel? Then America's #1 exterior remodeler is here to help. For over 19 years, Window World of Beckley has helped homeowners in our area take care of their greatest investment. We make it easy to remodel your home with special financing options and convenient monthly payments. Because we are locally owned and operated, you can expect the best in customer service. We're excited to see what you have in mind. We look forward to helping you create the home of your dreams.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance, we've got your back office.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, a Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
And we're welcoming back into Beckley here at Pete Curlicerto Field, Van Meter Stadium. And, Eric, before we went to break, we were talking about the games that Beckley has. And we talk about they're going to play Bluefield after they play Parkersburg South. We're talking about Bluefield. They're playing Princeton tonight, and we'll keep you up to date on that as some of the other games. And then, Eric, they have a bye week before on October the 3rd. They take a long trip up north to take on Preston before they come home to play Riverside on October the 10th.
Yeah, and that Preston, that's a long trip. They have a great quarterback, and like you said, anytime you go on the road, it's it's a challenge, but they're going on the road to face some good ball clubs.
For Greenbrier East, it's just the opposite. They were obviously away tonight. They were away last week to Riverside, but they'll be home for the next 3 games after tonight. And like I said, if they can get this big upset win over Beckley, they will be home to Allegheny, Virginia, to Oak Hill, who's a 4A school, and to Shady. And, remember, you and I did the Greenbrier East-Shady game a year ago, which Greenbrier East beat Shady. So what a huge victory this would be for Greenbrier East, and then to go home for 3 straight games.
Yeah, and, you get this victory, and like you said, it's like the flip side of the coin. You get this nice two road victories with 3 staring at you at home. You have to feel good about how the schedule's setting up if you're Greenbrier East.
Even though Beckley won this game last year quite decisively up at Greenbrier East. In fact, Greenbrier East didn't even score last year. I think the score was 38-0. It was the largest victory margin in the series. I think this is going to be a very competitive game. I think it always comes down to not just necessarily big plays, but crazy plays. If you remember 2 years ago, we were doing the game. Beckley got off to a big lead, and Greenbrier East came roaring back and almost won, and Beckley had to win at the end.
Yeah, and it was on the back of quarterback Hamrick. If you can remember, that's when you and I left that game going, that guy, if you give him time, he's going to complete some passes, but he was a complete quarterback. They didn't know. They couldn't – in the third quarter, they didn't know really what to do with him because he single-handedly was bringing East back.
Eric, this is one of 5 games that video production has on, our family of network streaming. One of the biggest games, perhaps maybe the biggest game in the state, is Martinsburg and Huntington, and video production has that, and it's hard to believe because you don't say this too much, but the loser of that game is going to be 0-2 after tonight.
Yeah, and the loser of that game is going to be smarting even in the third week because they not only lost in the first game each, but they got beat soundly. So this is going to be look for one of those teams to get back on the winning track, and the other one not feeling so good about itself.
Yeah, that game's at Huntington, and of course also our crew, Bill O'Brien and Mark Montgomery, they made their way down to Scott, and they've got Wayne and Scott. Bill said of all the years that he's been doing games, he has never done a game at Scott. So I said, welcome to the club, because last week, Eric, you and I were at Liberty, and for me, and I'm sure for you too, the first time ever doing a Doddridge County game.
Yeah, and you know what? That's interesting you say that, and now I found myself looking, following up on Doddridge because that was a great team, and I'm going to look for them in the AA ranks. They'll be certainly a playoff team, but I want to see if they, how far they can go. They'll challenge some people.
We'll keep our eye on the other 3 Raleigh County teams. Independence is home. That game is kicked off across the county at Coal City. They're taking on Martins Ferry, Ohio. Also, Shady has their home opener after that big win against St. Albans last week. They'll be home to James Monroe, and Liberty is home to Pikeview. So we'll keep you up with scores because all those games have probably already started. Beckley, to my knowledge, Eric, not only here in Raleigh County, but maybe one of the few teams in the state of West Virginia start their games at 7:30, where, like I said, most of everybody else kicks at 7.
Yeah, a lot of teams kick at 7, and I guess the Beckley crowd's a late arriving crowd, so you gotta hold that 7:30 kick.
Well, we got a big crowd. We got a big student section here. Tonight's a blackout. Beckley will be wearing black uniforms. Of course, they have the white helmet, but black uniforms, jerseys and pants. Of course, Greenbrier East will be all in white. They'll have the gold helmets, and the Spartans are making their way into the stadium to our right in the far end zone as we're moments away of getting the teams out on the field. We're about 5 minutes away from kicking off. So, Eric, for Greenbrier East to pull this upset, the Spartans have to do what?
I think get out to an early lead. I think you can't let this Beckley offense steamroll you early and you become one-dimensional. I think you get out to an early lead and be able to, have the run-pass balance, and they have a chance to pull off the upset.
And on the flip side, for the Flying Eagles to get the win, they need to do
mistake-free. Play mistake-free. You can't carry any of those points from last year over.
Last year's game. Right.
You can't carry those points over that game. Get that game out of your mind. It's totally 2 different teams. And as a young team, I think they need to get up early as well. But no mistake-free football.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Spartan Factory. They have T-shirts, team uniforms, bags, and banners. And, of course, if they put the camera on us, Eric, they can see how swag we look wearing our video production, the logo half zips. And the great people at Spartans will take care of you. And you can check them out on their website at the Spartan Factory, WV.com. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. We need a nice blue can to go with these nice blue outfits. And our stat man, Chris Ferris, he's wanting some swag. He'll get his swag at the end of the night. But Greenbrier East was just about ready to make their way on the field, and they're waiting for Beckley to come through the tunnel there right at midfield. You see the cheerleaders and the lassies are down there, and the band on the field waiting for Beckley to come out. And we're moments away, about 4 or 5 minutes of getting the game underway. And like I said, it's a perfect night for football as here comes Beckley. It is middle school night. Or youth league, I guess.
Yeah.
You got both park
you got
and
middle school.
The midget teams.
Yeah, all of them coming out, yeah.
There's Beckley Stratton wearing the blue jerseys and park and green, and then the
little flying eagles right there.
The little flying eagles.
Oh, we had a few trouble.
Yep.
You got to help them up.
And then the Flying Eagles will make their entrance out onto the field, 1-0. And 1-0 Greenbrier East. And now we are waiting for Beckley, led by head coach Street Surratt in his 10th year. It's hard to believe that Coach Surratt has been around that long.
Yeah, I mean, time just flies. Flies
by when you're having fun.
It sure does.
And they're waiting on Beckley. Greenbrier East still in the end zone to our right, waiting to come out. And, of course, Greenbrier East's coach is Ray Lee. And the Spartans said we'll be in all white. And now here comes Beckley through the smoke carrying an American flag. And like I said, they got the white helmet. They're all decked out in black. So if you're looking on your screen and you're like, wait a minute, I thought Beckley was maroon and white. Well, they normally are. But like I said, it's a blackout tonight. So they're in black as the stadium lights go off as they come out onto the Flying Eagle logo. And, this emotion might carry over for a little bit, but when the game starts, you really got to get down to blocking and tackling.
That's right, just passing, blocking, and tackling. And you talk about Coach Surratt being 10 years. Coach Ray Lee has been at the helm for Greenbrier East for 8 years.
Yes. So they have squared off against one another over the time. Like I said, in 2020, that was kind of different because not only different of playing twice, but both games were at Greenbrier East that year. You think if you played twice, one would be in Beckley, one would be in Greenbrier East, but it didn't work out that way. And Greenbrier East won both of them.
So they won the first one. They said, no, man, y'all want to play again. You got to come back up here.
And Beckley did. And I broadcast both those games when I was doing radio at that time. So Beckley down below us and Greenbrier East waiting to make their way onto the field. We got the captains across the way for Greenbrier East, and Beckley will send their captains out. And we'll see who's going to get the ball to start the game. But a very pleasant evening, really pleasant all day in Beckley, and kind of the mid-70s most of the day, and probably going to dip into the high 60s before we're done here tonight.
Perfect fall-like football weather. So, quick question. On the road, we discussed this a lot off, but if you're East and you win the toss, what do? You put your offense out there?
Well, to me, I always think whether you're home or away, you want to put your best unit. So whatever your best unit is, if your offense is your best unit, you want the ball. If your defense is the best unit, you may want to defer and wait till the second half. So we'll see how that works out. By the way, while we got a minute, Eric, you and I have a podcast. You may not agree with us, and we'll be at Pasquale's on Monday live at 7:30. We'll recap all these Raleigh County games. We'll recap college and the National Football League, and then look ahead to week 3. And it's hard to believe that next week we'll be a third of the way done.
So I had to tell something funny about our little podcast I was delivering with my other job today, and I was at a doctor's office, and I'm going out, and someone looks at me and goes, "To be the man, you got to beat the man." And I said,
"Yeah,
where'd you hear that?" They said, "From you."
From you on the podcast. Yes.
And I said, "That's my Ric Flair coming out."
That's right.
But it was funny. I was walking out the door. They said that.
Well, Eric, what that shows is that people not only do they watch and do they listen, but they listen in detail.
Yeah, because that was way deep into the podcast.
All right. So the captains are out on the center of the field there at the 50-yard line, waiting for the toss of the coin. And let's see who's won the toss. Greenbrier East has won the toss, and they want the ball. So maybe they think their offense is, like I said, they got 10 of the 11 starters on offense are seniors.
And they put up, 39 points
39 points last week. They want the ball.
Keep it rolling.
So Greenbrier East will get it as Caden Stone will drop back. Stone is a 5'10", 160-pound senior. And let's see who else Greenbrier East will have back. I guess Stone there just went to meet his teammates in the end zone, but he is still one of the return guys.
They haven't officially ran to their sideline yet.
Yeah, Beckley will get it teed up at the 40. We got 12 minutes on the clock. Some of the crowd still filing in, and now there's Greenbrier East with a Spartan flag, an American flag, and a state flag to the boos from the Beckley sideline. And, when you boo a team, that means – I always thought that meant respect.
Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure.
Because, when Beckley goes up to Greenbrier East, they get the boos too. But you had mentioned this in our previous broadcast and our podcast, which I agree. This rivalry really does bring out the best in each team. And it brings out the best in the fans. It brings out the best in everybody.
I mean, look at the following across the way from Greenbrier East. And this Beckley sideline from end zone to end zone is pretty much packed.
So Beckley's got it teed up, and it'll be Vince Umberger, the 5'11", 5'9", 11th grader, 140-pounder, got it teed up, equal distance between the hashes. And Greenbrier East will work right to left on your screen. Spartans getting ready to break the huddle. And we'll see. Let's see who Greenbrier East will drop deep to receive the kick. And kind of unique here, Eric, because Greenbrier East has got like all 11 guys up, and then I guess at the last minute they will break the huddle and see. Nate Suttle, I think, is going to be one of the return men for Greenbrier East. He's on the far side.
I think Greenbrier East is trying to do a good. They're both trying to disguise
green.
Disguise. They're going to. I guess when Beckley breaks, out of their little kick huddle, they'll run to their spots.
It'll be green here on the near side. It'll be Suttle on the far side, going back deep. Umberger's got it teed up. And we're ready to get this game underway. Greenbrier East 1-0, Beckley 1-0, and we are underway from Beckley. It's a good kick, and it's going to be deep inside the 5-yard line. As Suttle comes here, got a seam, got a big hole, gets a big hit as he gets out to the 25-yard line. Looked like for a minute that was going to go for much more than what it did.
Yeah, it looked like it may go for 6, but a great open field tackle. I think it may be at least a big gainer, at least midfield for East, but a great tackle right there, and they'll scrimmage from right at the 25.
From their own 25-yard line, 1st and 10 for Greenbrier East. The quarterback is Brody Hamrick. He'll have Suttle and Godfrey in the backfield. Burdett is a tight end, and Green is a wide receiver. They'll work from the shotgun, trying to spread Beckley out. Hamrick takes the snap. It's a running play. It's a nice gain on first down up over the 30 and out to the 32-yard line, a pickup of 7 on the play.
Yeah, and that's going to be Godfrey on the carry and a big hole to run behind. And it looks like Greenbrier East is going to do what you should, try to get that box light, going. They went 2-by-1 with the receivers and spreading that defense out and making those boys up front. If you're Beckley, you really have to try to control the line of scrimmage when the team spreads you out.
Yeah, trying to spread you out, run inside. Godfrey's a good hard runner. They'll run from the pistol set on 2nd and 3. They'll throw the ball short to the far side. It's caught. They got blockers out there. It's going to be a first down as Beckley will throw the receiver back, but not before, as I mentioned, a first down out to the 39-yard line.
And right off the bat, this Greenbrier East offense is kind of humming. If you look, 2 plays, a run and a pass, and they're quick hitters too. That's what you have to do to keep a defense off balance.
That was Caden Stone on the reception. And like I said, they'll pick up a first down on their own 39-yard line. First drive of the game. Spartans once again trying to spread Beckley out. 1st and 10, they'll run from the pistol set.
And this is man coverage here on the outside because the safety is cheating to the short side of the field.
Hamrick puts his tight end in motion. They'll run the ball. And Beckley up to the task because that's going to go nowhere. That might even lose a yard. I just don't – now, I think just going to get back to the line of scrimmage, the forward progress. But Beckley was up to the task. No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, but, I'm a firm believer that play callers call plays to set up other plays. And you can guarantee you'll see a play action out of that same play from the pistol because Beckley was definitely in man coverage. Press coverage over here.
2nd and 10 for the Spartans on their own 39-yard line. They got twins to both the top and bottom of your screen. They're going to throw the ball. Hamrick's got a man. It's caught. That's his tight end, Burdett. He's got a break, and that's a sure tackle that time because if that tackle was not made by Sharp, that was going to go for a big play of maybe even a touchdown.
And that's the thing when you play what that was cover 0. If you play that, your corners have to be able to tackle an open field. I also like the play call, a little dig route. You get what the defense gives you, and it makes it a manageable third down right here.
Yeah, the ball at the 46. It's 3rd down and 3. They got to get to the 49. And the ball's here on the near side hash.
So the third formation, this is the straight eye.
Yep, up under center. They'll run the ball, trying to find running room. I don't think they're going to get to the line to gain. They won't. And now a decision for the Spartans. If they'll go for it here, it's going to be 4th down and about a yard.
Yeah, this is a big, big decision. But with the big back, your running back, Godfrey, weighs 200 plus. So I look for East to go keep their offense on the field right here.
Yeah, and there's no hesitation by Coach Lee. He's going to leave the offense out there. It's 4th down and a yard. They have the ball on their own 48. They got to get the ball to the 49. There's plenty of time on the play clock, 25 and counting.
So I'm just going to say what usually happens here, and this is we'll see if this Beckley team is a little more disciplined, which I think they are. Don't go for the hard count. You know you're going to get the hard count here.
So
watch the ball.
They'll run from the I formation. Hamrick looks around. They will run the ball straight ahead, and it's going to be close.
I think
it's going to be close.
It depends
on the spot.
If it's a left foot or right foot.
I think he's going to have it where the near side judge is standing right on the 49, and that's where they had to go to get it. I think that's going to be enough for a first down.
I think they might measure it.
It's a first down. Like I said, I watched the side judge. He was standing right on the 49. That was the spot to gain.
Hey, gutsy call, but that's what you have to do on the road. If you're Greenbrier East, you have to maintain possession and try to get this early lead like we talked about, in the pregame.
So that's 2 first downs on this opening drive, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans on their own 49-yard line. Another thing, too, Eric, they're taking some time off the clock.
Yeah, time of possession, and you said you keep your best, what you consider your best position group or your offense out there. You get an early lead, you shorten the game.
So 7 on the play clock. Hamrick takes the shotgun snap, has time. Now they force him out of the pocket. He's in trouble. He can run. We talked about it. He finds a man. That's Burdett. He's got a first down inside the Beckley 40, down to the Beckley 38-yard line.
And what a scramble and keeping his eyes downfield as the tight end went and sat down in the zone. And Mans for Beckley had a bead on the quarterback, but his athleticism, got away from it and made a positive play.
Yeah, that's Grant Burdett. He's a 6'4", 220-pound senior. 1st and 10, Greenbrier East at the Beckley 38 from the gun. They overload here to the bottom of the screen. There's a flag. I think Greenbrier East wasn't set. I think that pass was incomplete. The pass is incomplete. I think they're going to blow the play dead because I think Greenbrier East moved, and I don't think that's no play.
Yeah, I think the motion man may have turned up before the ball was snapped. Yeah, definitely. Came out immediately.
Yeah, that'll cost the Spartans 5 and take the ball back to the 43-yard line. The officials are gathering here on the 40, but the flag came out before the ball was snapped.
No, I think it was the tight end move maybe.
Yeah. Now, I guess they're going to decide whether they want to call that, but Beckley would have a choice maybe to take the result of the play, but I don't think the play ever took place, and it'll be a 5-yard penalty. It should. Now they say maybe the play is taking place because they're talking with Beckley coach Street Surratt. Do you want to send him back or you want to count it down?
I think you count it down.
Nope, they're going to send him back and make it 1st and 15. The ball will go back to the 43-yard line. So on the 5-yard penalty, makes it 1st down and 15 for the Spartans at the Beckley 43-yard line. They'll run from the pistol set. Hamrick in the shotgun. Takes the snap. Looks to throw. It is caught for a short gain at the 40-yard line. Pretty good coverage there. Nice job by Gage Burdett as that goes for a very short gain to the 40-yard line.
Yeah, way to stick. What a pass, though. Way to stick the ball on the receiver by Brody Hamrick. And like you said, both deep, great play defensively and a great pass.
So a 3-yard gain. Actually, they're going to give him progress inside the 40 to the Beckley 39, give him 4 on the play and make it 2nd down and 11. This drive now is we're going to come right up on the 7-minute mark, already lasting 5 minutes. It's a bad snap. They get the pitch, and Beckley's all over it, and that'll cost Greenbrier East some yardage. They never got the plays. Godfrey really never had a chance on the play, and Beckley's all over it.
Yeah, and I tell you, Greenbrier East was lucky to maintain possession of that as a one-hop to Hamrick, and he was able to get the pitch off, which was really dangerous as well because penetration had already occurred from the Beckley defense. And if you're Beckley right here, you got to get off the field here on third down.
Yeah, because they need 16 yards. It's 3rd and 16. So, Greenbrier East is thinking maybe pick up half of it on third down and then come back and go for it on 4th.
And here's where I'd switch it up defensively a little bit. Yeah, I would go with 2 high safeties, which they're doing, and play a little more zone and bring some heat.
Hamrick going deep, got a man out there. It is caught.
No, it's not.
No, I beg your pardon. As they went to the ground, the receiver for East couldn't bring it in. That was a beautiful thrown ball by Hamrick, and that was Stone, and he couldn't haul it in. That'll bring up 4th down. I imagine East will punt here.
Yeah, Beckley may have gotten away with that one because the ball was on the money. The receiver was just not able to catch up with it. Preston Clary that time he needs to thank the receiver for not maintaining control because he was beat on that play.
Yeah, the Spartans not able to take the catch to the ground. 4th down, they're set to punt. Going back to receive the punt is A.J. Thomas, standing at his 15-yard line. Here's the snap. There's the kick, and it's a little squibber, and it'll go out of bounds. That's a really good kick. It's not out of bounds. Actually, I thought it was going out of bounds, and it curved back in, and it rolls inside the 10. Turns out to be a great Greenbrier East punt.
And that ball barely cleared the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it looked like he may have hit one of his own players. So Greenbrier East has the ball for almost 6 minutes, Eric, just 4 seconds shy of 6 minutes, 11 plays before they punt. And Beckley will get its first chance on offense as they will take over. They'll put the ball down inside the 10. They'll put the ball at the 8-yard line. 1st and 10, Beckley at the 8-yard line. It'll be Gage Price, the quarterback, and Gage Burdett will line up behind him. They usually run out of the pistol set. So 1st and 10, Beckley on their own 8-yard line. And that's how they'll run. Price at quarterback, Burdett behind him in the pistol. They put a man in motion, and we got a flag. And what do we got? We got a false start on Beckley, and that'll go half the distance and take the ball to the 4-yard line.
Well, that changes the play call in the playbook right off the bat.
So on Beckley attempting their first play from scrimmage, they have a false start. And like I said, that will go half the distance back inside the 5 to the 4-yard line. And make it 1st and 14.
Have a quick score. Huntington's up 7-0 in the first over Martinsburg.
And if you're Beckley, you really want to take care of the ball down here, backed up on your own goal line. It's a high snap. They'll hand the ball off. Here's Burdett trying to get to the edge, and he's going to lose yardage. He's not going to get away, or is he? No. Greenbrier East is all over that.
Great pursuit.
And they'll give him the progress for the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and that shows you with his build, Gage Burdett, they list him probably like 6'1", 165, and he runs a little stronger, than his size. But the snap was high on that.
Yeah.
It was almost disaster.
It threw the play off the tip of the football. The nose is just almost right on the 5-yard line. So it'll be second. We'll call it 2nd and 14 from their 4-yard line. As Price gets the play from Coach Street Surratt. Like I said, if you're Beckley, you've got to be able to handle the football down here. Price takes a snap. It's a bad snap. The ball's loose, and let's see who's got it. The ball's loose at the goal line, and Beckley, wow, they dodged a huge cannonball. As that time they're able to get back on it right at the goal line.
So that's 4 plays, right? A penalty as we look at the replay.
Yeah.
Ball never made.
No.
I don't know if that was on the quarterback, not expecting it, but you've had 4 plays, a penalty, and 2.
Well, they never got the one
snaps.
play because they had a false start, and then they've had 2 snaps that haven't been handled, and now you're back at your own goal line. And like I said, I've said on each play, you really got to take care of the ball down here.
Do.
Beckley very fortunate that Greenbrier East didn't pounce on it for a touchdown or right at the goal line.
And today's world of football, he's still in the shotgun.
Price takes the snap out of his own end zone. Pressure comes. He's in trouble. They might get him for intentional grounding, and that might be a safety. There's no Beckley receiver in the area.
Yeah.
And I don't think the ball made it past the line of scrimmage.
Well, it made it past
the line, but he didn't make it to the first down. I beg your pardon.
So was he outside of the tackle box?
Yeah, they're going to talk. This might be a safety.
This is going to be
This could be a safety. That's what I meant when I said it did make it past the line of scrimmage. They're going to say incomplete pass. Once again, Beckley dodged 3 major bullets on this drive.
Or did they? So now they're going to have to snap and punt it out of the end zone.
Yeah, when I was saying the line of scrimmage, I was looking at the first down. It definitely got past the line of scrimmage, and they're saying that he was out from the tackle box, but it'll be Tyler Radford, and he's standing about as far back as he can without being out of bounds to punt this.
And here's the key. You don't want to step on that back line.
Here comes the Beckley punt, and that's a pretty good kick. It will be returned from the 40 on the near side, taking it to the far side. There's a good block. There's East with a nice gain all the way to the Beckley 20-yard line. That was a nice play. As returning that is Caden Stone. Stone took it on the run at his own 40, and he'll get the ball all the way down to the Beckley 20-yard line.
And you did exactly what you needed to right there if you're Greenbrier East. Really stuffed a great punt, on their first series. Pinned Beckley back. Beckley had negative play, 2 bobble snaps, and a poor, not a poor punt, but a punt out of the back of the end zone, and now you have 20 yards to pay dirt if you're Greenbrier East.
So from the Beckley 20 on the far hash, Hamrick with a quick pitch to Godfrey. Godfrey cuts it back inside. Good Beckley defense. That's going to lose a couple yards back to the 22.
And that Beckley right there setting on the run, really bringing the corner. Burdette off the edge for run support. But look for East now to try to open it up. The tight end, he's a big load. I would look for him. I think if Burdette.
Yeah, he's 6'4", 220.
Yeah, I mean, target in the middle of the field, get him to set down, and for some easy completions.
2nd down and 12. They'll work from the pistol set from the Beckley 22. Hamrick takes the snap. Fakes the pitch, looks to throw, got man coverage, guy wide open, caught, touchdown. What a beautiful play and a beautiful throw, and the connection is made. Going into the end zone is Stone for the touchdown, and Greenbrier East takes a 6-0 lead.
Yeah, and what a great pitch and catch right there. Great play call. As you look on the replay, they faked the toss to the strong side of the short side of the field and threw a quick slant, and the cornerback got caught looking in for Woodrow, for Beckley, and that's just easy.
Yeah, that's easy. A beautiful connection. And with 3:14 remaining in the opening quarter, Greenbrier East leads 6-0 as they get set to try to tack on the PAT. That Stone will be the kicker. And here comes the snap. The snap is bad. Stone picks it up. Fire drill. He's going to turn it up. And will he get there? He's fighting, but he will not get there as Beckley will throw him back. So we've had a little bit of everything here in this first quarter. So the PAT is no good. And with 3:14 left in the first quarter, it's Greenbrier East 6 and Beckley nothing. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Pre-owned auto sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-owned auto sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-owned auto sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
Tonight's game is brought to you by State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Scotty Brown's your local State Farm agent. You can dial him up at 681-238-6130. Scotty Brown, your State Farm agent in Shady. After a short Beckley punt, Eric, Greenbrier East only needs 2 plays to go 20 yards. They get a 22-yard touchdown pass from Hamrick to Stone. The PAT is no good. 3:14 remaining opening quarter, and Greenbrier East leads in the ball game 6-0.
Yeah, and play calling has been great for the offensive side of the ball for Greenbrier East. Really not going multiple sets on offense and really keeping the defense for Beckley off balance.
Here comes the ensuing kickoff. It'll come to the near side, and it will go out of bounds, and that'll be a big break for Beckley, because I'm sure Beckley will take the penalty, and they'll get the ball up past the 30. I think high school is the 35. We talk about it all the time, all these games we do. The NFL's 40. College is, I think, the 30.
Actually 35
and
now.
I think,
went back to 35.
Well, when it goes out of bounds, I think it goes to the 40 in the NFL. High school, I think it goes to the 35-yard line. So that's where Beckley will take it, and especially after where they started deep in their own territory. The last possession to get the ball to the 35 is a huge break. So that's where Beckley will start their second possession on their own 35-yard line. 1st and 10 here on the on the near hash. East leads 6-0, 3:14 for quarter number 1. And now, Beckley has their whole playbook. When they were backed up before, they were just trying to get the snap off. So here's Gage Price, the quarterback. Gage Burdett lines up behind him in the pistol set. Price waits on the snap. They'll hand it off, and that's Burdett. There's a face masker all over it, and that'll be a 15-yard penalty. It should be, and that'll get the ball out to the midfield, out to the 50-yard line.
Yeah, big-time face mask right there. And
that play happened directly in front of us.
It wasn't intentional, but that's one of those where, it was an easy call.
Wait for the official to give the indication, but Eric, you were all over it, and there's the call, personal foul, face mask. Like I said, it'll take it from the 35. It'll get the ball out to midfield and a first down due to the penalty route. So it'll be first and 10.
Other than that penalty, though, Greenbrier East is up to the challenge against this run right now because they've really, early on, winning the line of scrimmage.
So right at midfield, 1st and 10 Beckley. They get a first down due to the penalty route. Once again, they'll work with the pistol set. Here's Burdett with the handoff. Burdett falls forward.
It looked like
he fumbled there for a minute.
I thought the ball was coming out.
And he got 4 yards on the play to the east 46-yard line.
Yeah, and that's just a straight lead.
Yeah, just straight power.
Power, and trying to loosen up this defense.
Got a little wind whipping up here at the stadium. 2.5 remaining opening quarter. Got a beautiful night, great crowd. Both bands are here. Like I said, these teams bring out the best in one another. From the Beckley from the East 46. Here's Burdett again on the carry. He's fighting some tough, hard yards up inside and gets a first down as he gets inside the 40 down to the Greenbrier East 38-yard line.
That's just tough running between the tackles right there by Gage Burdett. Now I look for Beckley now to maybe try to get something going in the passing game on the plus side of the field. May try to stretch the field a little bit here.
So, like I said, that's a good hard run by Gage Burdett. He's a 6'1", 165-pound sophomore. Price brings him out of the huddle. Once again, they work from the pistol set. 1st and 10 from the Spartan 38. Price takes the snap. Hands the ball to Burdett. That's a different play. No, that time it's a different. They hand that ball to
Jaheim Miller.
And at that time, Greenbrier East all over it.
Yeah, it didn't fool Greenbrier East as much as it did us.
Yeah, it's hard to tell the way they run. Actually, it's going to be a 2-yard loss back to the 40-yard line, make it 2nd and 12. And that's another big key. You can't have negative play, especially on first down, to get you behind the chains.
Can't.
So from the 40, Beckley's yet to put it up. Let's see if this will be the time where they do it. At the Greenbrier East 40 was 2nd and 12. Price turns around. Once again, the pistol set. Burdett lines up behind Price.
They're bringing
Price takes the snap. It's a high snap. He's got to juggle it. Pressure comes. They throw the ball short. It's caught. And a nice tackle as they spun A.J. Thomas around. And, of course, that snap where he wasn't able to handle it cleanly, the quarterback Price, he was able to find A.J. Thomas, but Greenbrier East does a good job as they make the tackle right away.
Hey, Greenbrier East, not only they're bringing heat, but I think they're confusing or putting pressure, not confusing, but putting pressure on the center. And the center's just not handling it well right now. Got to get that fixed.
They have the ball at the 37-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and 9. This possibly could be the final play of the first quarter. The play clock and the game clock are right about even. So I guess they don't. So I'm looking. They don't even have to run a play, but I imagine they'll snap it here before the end of the quarter.
Unless they do some kind of hard count, maybe try to get an easy 5.
They put Clary in motion. Once
start.
Again, the snap's not good. They throw the ball behind the line. It's fumbled. The ball's bouncing around, and I think Beckley's going to get it. Greenbrier East said they have it, but I think Beckley's going to recover it as that's the final play of the first quarter. So at the end of 1, your score is Greenbrier East 6, Beckley nothing. We'll return for quarter number 2 after this here on Video Productions. Yeah, Beckley.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
So you're ready to get started on that home remodel? Then America's #1 exterior remodeler is here to help. For over 19 years, Window World of Beckley has helped homeowners in our area take care of their greatest investment. We make it easy to remodel your home with special financing options and convenient monthly payments. Because we are locally owned and operated, you can expect the best in customer service. We're excited to see what you have in mind. We look forward to helping you create the home of your dreams.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, a Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
We start the second quarter, and the good news for Beckley is that they recovered the fumble. The bad news, it's for a loss, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, and we were talking during commercial break. Greenbrier East, not only do they have the momentum, it seems like the Beckley team they look out of sorts. They don't look themselves, and a lot of that has to do with this Greenbrier East squad.
It'll be Subtle back here on the near side and Stone on the far side to receive the punt. Here's the snap. They roll it back there. They've had some real problems with the snap, and that ball's going to hit at the 25, take a Beckley bounce, and go out of bounds inside the 20. And looks like about the 17-yard line is where Greenbrier East will take over for their third chance on offense. So Beckley's had the ball twice, Eric, and they've punted each time.
Yeah, 2 punts, and Greenbrier East really controlled the clock in that first quarter. Pinned Beckley back, and like the momentum squarely on the side of the Spartans.
So Greenbrier East, their third chance on offense. They'll start from their own 17-yard line. 1st and 10 as we switch in. Spartans now working left to right. Hamrick brings them out from the shotgun. Now the pistol set. Hamrick, it's a straight dive. Godfrey, he plows ahead just shy of the 20 at the 19. He'll pick up a couple and make it 2nd down.
Yeah, but good positive lean, good positive yards after Beckley looked like they had him for a loss, and he was able to squirt free and keep that forward lean momentum and pick up a couple.
Well, you got a minute, Eric. Have you got some scores you can update us on?
Yeah, we got Greenbrier East, of course, with the game we were watching, up 6-0. Capital up 14-0 on Cabell Midland, and Martinsburg and Huntington knotted at 7 in the first.
2nd and 8. Here's a running play. Godfrey, he's got a little bit of a hole as he plows his way out toward the 25-yard line, maybe just shy of the 25 at the 24. A good run on 2nd down.
Yeah, and Godfrey's doing a lot. The Beckley defense seemed to be, in the backfield, but Godfrey's doing a great job of breaking tackles and, like I said, getting positive yards, and then now it's a great chance to pick up the initial 1st down on this drive.
Yeah, they put the ball down at the 25. It'll be 3rd down and 2. As they've had 2 running plays here on this drive. Now they're going to go empty as Godfrey goes in motion. And now that's had 2 guys in motion at the same time, and that'll cost Greenbrier East 5 yards. That's a major mistake for the Spartans.
Yeah, major mistake.
They had Godfrey coming one way, and they had Burdett coming here the other way.
That's just not being on the same page in the playbook there.
And that'll cost them 5, and that's a big penalty on Greenbrier East. So that'll take the ball back to the 20-yard line and make it 3rd down and 7. So this is big if you're Beckley to get off the field here, if you can hold them here and force a punt from Greenbrier East where maybe you can flip the field position if you're the Flying Eagles. So 3rd and 7. But here's where you've got to look out for the running ability of Brody Hamrick, the quarterback. Hamrick takes the snap, throws. It's caught.
No, it's not.
Nope. But even had he caught it, it would not be enough for 1st down. It looked like he had it, but Greenbrier East, the receiver, that time did not survive the ground, and that was subtle, and it'll bring 4th down, and Greenbrier East will have to punt.
And that time, the rush for Beckley was disciplined, and as you said, they had lane integrity. Didn't overrun the quarterback, and did a good job of making him rush on that pass.
So A.J. Thomas will go back. He's standing on his half of the field waiting on the Greenbrier East punt. And Beckley should come away with this, Eric, with really good field position. As Thomas now backs up right toward midfield.
And look for Greenbrier East to angle kick this.
Here's the snap, and that's a good kick. And you're right, not only did they angle kick it, they hit it over Thomas's head, and it takes a huge Greenbrier East bounce all the way inside the 20, inside the 15. You're talking about flipping the field all the way almost to the 10-yard line. Oh, my.
Yeah, and you see what happens when you're not able to field a punt. It costs your team 25, 30 yards.
Well, yeah, almost. Well, really 40. He was standing at the 50, and the ball's almost at the 10. That's almost cost them 40 yards. And let's see where they actually put it down at. Just over the 10, looks at the 11-yard line. What a great punt for the Spartans. So there's where Beckley will have it. Beckley has punted their first 2 possessions. The first time they had the ball, they started on their 8, and then a penalty, they had to really actually start from their 4, and then they started on their own 35. They moved the ball, and then they eventually had to punt. Now they have the ball here on their own 11-yard line. 1st and 10 for Beckley. Gage Price now trots onto the field, gets in the huddle. Beautiful night here in Beckley. Great night for football. Big crowd here at the stadium. Glad you're watching, streaming live here on Video Productions. 1st and 10 for Beckley at their own 11-yard line from the pistol set. And here's a pass play. Going deep, got a man wide open. It's caught. That's Clary, across the 30. No. Near side, 40 and out of bounds. Actually, that's Wines. I beg your pardon.
Yeah, Javante
that is Wines. I thought it was Clary for a minute, but that was Wines, and he got wide open, and a beautiful throw that time by Price. It hit Wines right on the money, and a big play to get Beckley out of the hole.
And if you look at that, they brought Wines out of the backfield. Everyone was, keying on Clary and Thomas to the strong side, and big play to dig out of a hole for Beckley. Let's see if this gives this offense some life. But the snap was still high. I mean, the timing of the play, they're going to have to get this snap figured out in this game.
All the way out to the 47-yard line. Beckley's biggest play of the night. 1st and 10. Price out of the gun. Hands the ball to Burdett. And Burdett is met at the line of scrimmage. And Greenbrier's up to the task there. That play will go for no gain whatsoever. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for Beckley on their own 47-yard line. We'll keep you up to date on scores. Liberty County team playing at home against Pikeview. Shady, their home opener tonight, as Shady is playing James Monroe. Independence is at home against Martin Ferris, Ohio. Of course, we told you that Martinsburg and Huntington were tied at 7. 2nd and 10 for Beckley on their own 47-yard line. Price from the gun, from the pistol set, takes the snap. Hands it to Burdett. He's met, and he's going to lose yardage. That time Greenbrier's like a stone wall, as that's going to lose a couple. Maybe, they're going to say a 1-yard loss back to the 46-yard line. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 11. So after Beckley hit the big pass play that got him out of the hole from the 11 out to the 47, the last 2 running plays have gone for nothing and a loss of 1.
Yeah, and I'll keep sound like a broken record, but right now, up front, in the trenches, this, like you said, senior Latin defensive front is really controlling things.
Here's the snap. Going deep. Throwing the ball. Got man out there on one-on-one coverage, and it is caught for a 1st down inside the 20. A beautiful catch. And haul that in is A.J. Thomas inside the 20 at the Spartan 19-yard line. A beautiful thrown ball and just one-on-one coverage as we'll watch the replay and just watch A.J. Thomas to go up and get it.
Yeah, and this is one of those 50-50 balls, and you got to let your guys go up and make a play. Well covered. He was just able to make a play on it.
So A.J. Thomas able to haul that in. 1st and 10 Beckley, as they got 2 big pass plays on this drive, and they have the ball at the Spartan 19. Here's the snap. There's the handoff. Big hole right up the gut. That's Burdett. He's not done yet. He's got a 1st down and more. It'll be 1st and goal Beckley inside the 10 at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, but, here's where yards get tough, Maris, because can't run this deep routes. And right now, as far as up front, Greenbrier East is controlling the line of scrimmage. That is the biggest gainer yet on the ground for Beckley. So this is where it gets a little tricky right here. You just got to man up, see who wants to win the war in the trenches on this possession. 1st and goal Beckley at the Greenbrier East 6-yard line, coming up on the 8-minute mark of the first half. Beckley needing a touchdown and an extra point to take their first lead of the night from the pistol set. Put a man in motion. They're going to run the ball to Burdett. He's got running room. He's into the end zone for a Beckley touchdown. That was a good-looking drive as Beckley goes 89 yards in 5 plays. And the 2 big plays, Eric, were 2 huge pass plays that they were able to get out of their hole on. 1 pass play to Wines, and then the huge pass play to A.J. Thomas as Beckley has evened the game at 6, and now will try to take the lead here with a point after. And the way this contest is going, that missed extra point. Looming big right now. So Beckley trying to grab the first lead. 8:02 left in the half. We're even at 6.
And this will be Radford to try to give Beckley the lead. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. And it is also good. So with 8:02 remaining in the first half, your new score is Beckley 7 and Greenbrier 6. We'll keep it here and tell you that tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, you want to contact the good folks at Exit Elevation Realty. Luke Richmond, the broker, Steve Morgan, the associate broker. You can check them out on the website at exitelevationwv.com. Also, the game tonight is brought to you in part by Heather Cantley, your Edward Jones financial advisor. She's my financial advisor. She can be yours, too. She's got a new location at Harper Road in Beckley, and you can call Heather at 681-254-0097, and she can help start you planning for your retirement. The game also brought to you by Hart's Cabinets, located in MacArthur. They have quality custom cabinets, and they're a proud sponsor of local sports. 304-252-2917. Well, Eric, you've got to like the way Beckley had that drive. Like I said, two big plays, two big pass plays. They go 89 yards in 5 plays, and they get the Burdett 6-yard touchdown run the point after. Beckley has their first lead, 7-6.
Yeah, and let's go over, I got some stats from our trusty man, Chris Ferris here. If you want to look at some of those first quarter stats leading to the second, we said Godfrey had a big game, against Riverside, but right now he's sitting on 6 carries for 10 yards. So the Beckley defense is really holding the run down. But on the flip side, Burdett, even with that scoring play, only has 25 yards on 6 carries.
So here's Suttle on the near side. He's got some running room. He's around the end. And he's going to get up. I think that a flag come in. I'm not sure. Because Greenbrier with that yellow helmet. Yeah, there is a flag on the far side. This might be a horse collar, maybe the way they tackled him. It was right there in front of the Greenbrier East bench, about the 27-yard line.
Well, I didn't have eyes on it.
Well, let's see if we can get a replay. It looked like he was horse collared down. And let's see if that's going to be the call. As the official will come to the center of the field, and we'll get the call from the referees here in just a second, from the white cap. It's a face mask. I knew that something was grabbed. I couldn't tell if it was the front, Eric, or the back, because I thought I could tell something was grabbed.
Something pulled him down.
And they're only going to make it a 5-yard penalty and get the ball out to the 32-yard line. So that's where Greenbrier East will start this drive from their own 32-yard line.
And this is a big possession, in the first half. 7:51 to go until halftime. If you're Greenbrier East,
bad snap over Hamrick's head, and he's got to go all the way back to near the 15-yard line. He slid. His slide took him to the 15. He got it about the 17 or 18.
And I think that's a smart thing to do.
Yes.
Bad things can happen when you try to pick that ball up.
So right now, actually, they're going to put him down at the 19, but right now both teams are having a little bit of issues with centering the ball.
Hey, the ball, the snaps tonight, well, something to work on Monday, right?
well, maybe during timeouts or at halftime. I don't think they want to wait till Monday. They got to try to get it fixed, right? All right, so it's second and long from their own 19-yard line. Another snap way over the quarterback's head, inside the 5. And this time, Hamrick able to pick it up. He's going to try to throw it, and they run him out of bounds. My goodness. That's back inside the 10-yard line.
Boy, he got a good bounce on that one as it bounced right up into his hands. 2 future Beckley opponents that were down the road. Princeton's up 14-6 in the second quarter
on Bluefield. Yeah. And Greenbrier East is going to call a timeout, and that's a good timeout. While they call a timeout, you got a few scores you can sneak in here?
Yeah, so in AAA, let's see. Capital is up on Cabell Midland 14-7 in the first. Huntington 9, Martinsburg 7 in the second quarter.
So it had a safety in that game.
Yeah, had a safety in that game. No score still in the Riverside Oak Hill game. Morgantown, they look to be for real this year, up 17-0 on the road at Jefferson.
All right, tonight's game is brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. Leisure Lanes has a 24-lane bowling center, and They also have a full-service restaurant. You can bring your family, you can join the league, or you can book your next event at Leisure Lanes. You can call them at 304-253-7328. The game tonight also brought to you in part by Infinity Coal Company, located in Sophia. They're hiring experienced underground miners. They pay a great wage with great benefits. You can apply online through the United Coal Company Facebook page. All right, out of the timeout, it's going to be third and forever. Eric, this possession started on their own 32-yard line. Now they're back all the way inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. They got to get out to the 42 to keep this drive alive.
And the thing, if you're Beckley, something almost happened on that scramble. You have to stay with your the wide outs because it's called a scramble route. They had a guy leak behind the safeties.
Here's the deep ball. Throwing, got a man out there, just overshot him. But their tight end was open, and that was Burdett, and he'd caught that. He was going to run all the way to the little general store on the other end of the school that time had he have caught that.
And number 5 for Beckley, A.J. Thomas, played that poorly. If you're the safety, you're the last line of defense, so he'll have to look at the film on this one because you can't let a streaking tight end run past the safety.
You want him to throw underneath and make him catch it and then tackle him.
Yeah,
but
you
now,
have to get deep. You have to get deep.
Now Greenbrier East, they'll have to punt out of their own end zone. Beckley's punted out of their own end zone. Now the Spartans will have to kick out of their own end zone.
So a little smart adjustment here.
Yeah, we got two players there.
Two players back, and this is going to say pick your poison or which way you kick it.
And they'll kick it here to the near side. That is Clary. He's got it at the 43. He's up inside the 35, and he's put down right there about the 34-yard line. So Greenbrier East have 4 possessions, have got 3 punts and their 1 touchdown. This will be Beckley's 4th possession. They have 2 punts and a touchdown, and Beckley's got a short field in which to work as Beckley will take over inside the 35, and let's say they'll put the ball down, looks to be the 33-yard line.
So they almost have the exact field position going on the plus side as Greenbrier East started that possession, the initial possession. So they surely flipped the field defensively.
Waiting for the referee, standing at the 33, so we're going to take it that is where he's going to put the ball down. There's a penalty. I didn't see a flag, did you?
Not at all.
So they're going to unsportsmanlike conduct. It must have happened after the play. You've really got to be disciplined, and you can't let your emotions get the best of you. Now the ball comes all the way back to the 48-yard line. And that's a huge difference. Even though Beckley's going to start on east side of the field, a huge difference from the east 48 compared to the 33-yard line. So it will be first down and 10 for Beckley at the Spartan 48. Beckley up 7-6. And let's see what Beckley will do. Shotgun, the pass, out in the flat. It's caught by Clary, and a nice open field tackle by the young man from Greenbrier East, trying to see who that is who made that play. And that is going to be Stone.
Yeah, great open field tackle because you know how dangerous Clary is in the open field. I want you guys to pay attention to this next pistol snap. It looks like the quarterback is in motion. I look for that to be called here soon because I think he's rocking back before the ball was coming.
So that play is going to lose a couple back to midfield. So
and Beckley, I think it's because of the snaps that's causing him to react.
Beckley now 2nd and 12. They had it on the 33. That penalty pushed him back to the 48. The 2-yard loss there. They're going to run the ball to Burdett. Burdett trying to find some yardage, and he gets stood up after he gains about 3 or 4. No, pushing back, but it was going to get the ball into Greenbrier East territory at the Spartan 47. They're going to give him 3 yards on the play, maybe the 46. They'll put it at the 46, give him 4 on the play.
And the wholesale substitutions for Beckley as they bring in Javante Wines back into the game as he was a big contributor on that scoring drive. Let's see if they try to leak him out of the backfield again.
So it'll be 3rd and 8 for Beckley at the Greenbrier East 46. Clock turning, 5.5 to go till halftime. It's exactly what we thought it'd be, a tight game. The difference is a missed extra point for Greenbrier East on a bad snap. So they'll go empty. Price takes the snap. Pressure comes, throws down the field behind the receiver, but it's caught. A beautiful catch by Burdett. The ball was behind him, and a great play for Burdett to hang on and pick up a Beckley first down.
Maris, that was an incredible catch because I think the ball was actually going to the receiver behind Burdett right here.
That was a sensational catch
he snagged
by
it
Burdett.
Out of the air. What great hand-eye coordination right there.
That's a 24-yard connection, and it's a first down for Beckley at the Spartan 22. That ball was behind him in great presence of mind and the intensity to be able to juggle it, know he was going to take a hit, able to hang on and get a huge first down for the Flying Eagles.
And now this Beckley team is able to build a little bit of momentum based on flipping the field position and playing good, sound defense.
From the Greenbriers 22, Burdett will get the handoff, and it's a stone wall. There's nothing there. He might lose a yard as Greenbriers up to the task right up the middle.
You know, one thing that we haven't saw with this Beckley offense, I don't know if he's capable, of doing it or they're just holding it, but Gage Price needs to pull one of those because they're really pinching in defensively. If he pulled one, he may be able to pick up some significant yards.
That'll go for a yard loss back to the 23, make it 2nd and 11. Beckley's got to be in no hurry. They've got all 3 timeouts, 18 on the play clock. We're coming up on the 4-minute mark of the first half. What's been a very exciting and entertaining first half of a lot of action just to have each team score 1 touchdown.
Yeah, you're right.
They've flooded here the near side down on the bottom of the screen. Price takes the snap, throws it short, and it's broken up. Nice defensive play by the Spartans. That was a great play that time by Greenbrier East.
Yeah, looked like a little pivot route right there by Preston Clary. Even if he catches it, that was going to be for minimal gain.
And that was Braden Brown who broke the play up. So it'll be 3rd down. And here's another thing, too, Eric. With the weapons that Beckley have kicking, you want to make sure if it's not there, you throw it away. You just don't want to take any chance because I'd say Beckley's definitely in field goal range here if they don't pick up any yardage.
Yeah, I think they're going to try to, maybe at least get half of this and discuss what to do. But you're right. They have good kicking, a good sound kicking game.
So Price, once again from the gun, takes the shotgun snap, sets in the pocket, throws deep to the end zone, one-on-one coverage, and it is caught for the touchdown.
A.J. Thomas, I think.
A.J. Thomas, that was a beautiful throw. And I'll tell you what, Price put that ball on the money, a 50-50 ball, and that was held in for the Beckley touchdown. And actually, that might have been Wines. That was number 1, Wines, who made the catch. We're going to see on the replay, I think that was Wines that was able to make that catch. Let's see if we can tell. But Beckley extends the lead.
Nah, that's number 5. Wines
okay,
right here.
I see. All right, so that is A.J. Thomas. And now for the point after. The kick's on its way. It looks good. And it is good. So with 3:51 remaining in the half, your new score is Beckley 14, Greenbrier 6. That was a 6-play, 48-yard drive, a 23-yard touchdown pass from Price to Thomas, and Beckley in front, 14-6. We'll take a break and be right back here on Video Productions.
Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
And we welcome you back to Pete Curl-Certo Field at Van Meter Stadium. And, Eric, sports is so much momentum, and Greenbrier East had it early, but now Beckley has changed that momentum to take a 14-6 lead.
Yeah, and it's a tale of 2 quarters, right? It seems like Greenbrier East came and Coach Ray Lee had his charges, his team doing what they needed to do early on in this game. They time of possession, played good defense. They were sounding the, punting and pinning Beckley back. And now going into halftime, if you're Greenbrier East, I don't know if you need to get points on the board, but you at least need to get a couple first downs because Beckley gets the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, that last drive with them bad snaps is what really just took that last drive, and Greenbrier had no chance for it. Here's ball's kicked, and will it go out of bounds? It will. Right at the 1. What a break for Greenbrier East. The ball went out of bounds at the 1-yard line. If it would have died there, East would have been pinned up inside the 5, and now the ball will come out to the 35.
Yeah, and it looked like that ball had a chance to die.
Yeah, I thought it was just going to die right there. So, like I said, we have seen everything, and, Eric, over the years, as you have been, even when you haven't broadcast, you have been to almost as many of these games I have, and it seems like something wild and crazy always happens when these two teams play.
When everything, is out the door. I remember one time when I wasn't even broadcasting, I was up at Greenbrier East. Beckley had the lead, trying to run the clock out. And you're going to remember this. You was broadcasting. It was a muddle, and Greenbrier East comes out with the ball running the other way and ends up scoring and winning the game.
Yeah, here's what I don't understand, why they're going to make them kick it again. They kicked from the 40, so why did they back up? I don't know what's –
I think Greenbrier East is wanting to get a return on this.
Yeah, but they didn't back up. They're kicking from the 40. They didn't back them up. They got to back them up at least to the 35 because they kicked from the 40. But I would think anytime you could take the ball to 35, wouldn't you take it there? So Beckley's going to have to back up and kick it from the 35, and they almost got away with it. And now they do back it up. Of course, at halftime, we'll have the stats. Chris Farish is, once again, the king of stats, and he's working on that. We'll go over some of the scores. We'll recap the first half in the Massey Power Sports halftime show. So, Eric, with 3:51 and 2 timeouts left, I guess Greenbrier East is thinking, they're going to get a return because they want Beckley to re-kick it. And that kind of surprised me a little bit.
And I have a field reporter down in Princeton Bluefield. Princeton just scored to go up 20-6.
Beckley will get Bluefield in a couple of weeks down there at Mitchell Stadium. That will be on Video Productions. So East will back Beckley up 5 yards, make him kick from the 35. And this kick will be a squib. And it's going to be good field position because it turned out to be the right decision for Greenbrier East because they're going to get the ball. And there's a couple of late flags coming from behind the play. So wait and see what happened. But the Spartans got the ball up to about the 44, 45-yard line, and now flags came in, and I didn't see what happened. And we'll see what the officials got to say about this. But both flags, Eric, came in from behind the play. The return got to the 45, so Greenbrier East picked up an extra 10 yards by making Beckley kick it again. And it looks like they're going to walk this penalty off against Beckley. And if that's the case, Greenbrier East is going to start this drive in Beckley territory.
Yeah, and the gamble paid off.
Waiting for the call.
This is back-to-back big penalties against Beckley. You can't give up yards right now. Once you had the momentum, and now Greenbrier East is squarely in your territory. They're gonna have the ball where you originally kicked off from.
Right, they're gonna have the ball at the Beckley 40 after that penalty. So a real short field, and they'll have 1st and 10 at the Beckley 40. They'll run the ball off to the left side and get a yard or two. That time that's Godfrey. Yeah. And he'll get the ball, let's see, Eric, to the 39-yard line.
And that was big Andrew Sweeney, a 6'2", 260-pound sophomore for Beckley on the tackle, got good penetration.
I didn't see what the penalty was. Of course, it was a 15-yarder. I don't know if it's sportsmanlike conduct or exactly what it was.
It had to be some sort of personal foul.
So from the 39 on 2nd down, 3:18 and counting, Greenbrier East in no hurry. They have 2 timeouts left. They'll work from the shotgun as they'll flood the bottom of the screen from the pistol set. Hamrick takes the snap. Pressure comes right up the middle. He's going to be sacked back across midfield. He had no chance.
Javante Wines, who's coming up big on defense now, as he was able to get in and get the elusive Hamrick. Brody Hamrick is a hard one to bring down, and a big play by the defense.
The sack all the way back to midfield. That's 11-yard loss. And now it brings up 3rd and 20. They got to get the ball down to the 30-yard line of Beckley. Ball on the far hash at midfield. And if you're Beckley, you can't let anybody get behind you. As Greenbrier shows they have the capability of hitting the big pass.
They do, and look for the tight end, Burdette, wherever he's at on a seam route.
Here's Hammer. He's got all day. Steps up in the pocket. They flushed him out. He's going to run. He's got room. He's inside the 40. He's got a 1st down. He's got more. A huge run all the way to the Beckley 15-yard line. Actually shy of the 15 at the 16. And we talked about this on top, Eric, as there's a Beckley player hurt, but we talked about the running ability of the fine young quarterback, Brody Hamrick.
Yeah, and what a long stride. And once he got past the initial line of scrimmage, let's hope the Beckley player is not seriously hurt. That's one thing I don't like to see injuries on either side. But what a great scramble to get Greenbrier East back in this contest. Man.
Let's see if we got the replay of this scramble by Hamrick. As here we go. You can see the pressure came. He was able to step up, and nothing but open field, Eric, right there down, beautiful, and then a missed tackle. But he already had the 1st down, but he still picked up maybe 10 extra yards after Beckley missed the tackle and all the way to the 16-yard line.
And looking at the young man who's injured, it looked like a no contact kind of injury. It looked like he was just engaged and don't want to speculate, but went down in pain.
Can you tell who that is down on the field? I can't see the Beckley. I can't see the number because, they're around him. Did you happen to see who that was?
No, I didn't. I did not.
All right, so while we got player down, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Pre-owned auto sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-owned auto sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-owned auto sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
A plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Pasquale's Italian Restaurant. They have your favorite Italian dishes, plus they have sandwiches, salads, and seafood. Catering and private parties are available. Book your next event at Pasquale's by calling 304-255-5253. The game also tonight brought to you in part by Allstate Insurance. And you're in good hands with Allstate. You're in good hands with Lori Richmond as your agent. She's my agent. She can be your agent, too. And she'll take excellent care of you at 304-252-8646. Well, Eric, they have identified who the young man was that got injured.
Yes, it looks like Dylan Vi, sophomore, 6'1", 271, not able to put any weight on that leg. And that's let's just hope it's not anything too serious. And he can get back and play. That's what Beckley has, a lot of youth on this team.
So the clock's turning as we're approaching 2 minutes left in the half. East has 2 timeouts. They have a first down at the Beckley 16. They work from the pistol set. They hand the ball to Godfrey. He's got running room. He's down inside the 10. He's close to another first down, and a nice run that time by A.J. Godfrey. So let's see where they put him down.
Just short of the first down.
Yeah, he had to get to the 6. They put him down just at the 7. He got 9 on the play. So like I said, Greenbrier East with 1:40 and counting. They've got 2 timeouts, Eric, so they don't have to be in a, in a hurry.
Yeah, they sure don't. And this is exactly what you need right before half. And I said that they, needed a score.
And that time Beckley blows the play up. That'll be a loss as Godfrey takes the handoff, and the loss goes back to the 10-yard line and bring up 3rd down. So the thing here, too, for Greenbrier East, they can get a first down without getting a touchdown. It's 3rd down. They have the ball on the 10. So it is 4 yards for the first down and 10 yards for the touchdown as we're coming up on 1 minute remaining here in the first half.
Yeah, and this is actually, I think, what East is trying to do. Try to score right before the half and not give Beckley a chance. Try to knot it up at halftime, not give Beckley a chance to get the ball back.
Got to think they're probably going to throw it here. They work from the pistol set as they've done most of the night. And Hamrick will throw it. It is caught, but a great defensive play by Beckley. It will be a first down. The clock will stop momentarily to set the chains. They do have 2 timeouts as the ball is at the 4-yard line, and it's a first down for the Spartans.
Yeah, what a strike by Hamrick. He's been doing great, throwing across the middle, stood tall in the pocket, and delivered a strike right over the middle.
They're not electing to call a timeout. A lot of time is running off the clock. They've got 2 timeouts. So I'm surprised they wouldn't call a timeout here.
Yeah, this is one of those things. Yeah, maybe they'll run the play here and see what they get and call a timeout because you're deep.
I mean, you're
getting
under 20 seconds. You're getting deep in the game clock. You think you got to throw it here because if you run it, you have to call a timeout from the 4. They run the ball. Godfrey's going to be hit behind the line, and he's going to lose yardage. They're going to have to call a timeout. They're just down to 11 seconds, 10 seconds. Yeah, I'm surprised that they let that much time run off the clock before they ran that play.
And if you're Beckley, I'm bringing the heat. I'm bringing the fire zone blitzes. I'm coming up the middle because they can't run it. They're going to throw it.
Well, they got 1 timeout, but with 10 seconds, you don't think they're going to run it. You think they're going to throw it. You can get 2 plays in 10 seconds. While we got a minute, tell you that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Spartan Factory. They have T-shirts, team uniforms, bags, hat, and banners, and we're wearing the swag from Spartans. And, boy, we look good. That's why they need to put the camera on Eric and I. And Jackie Moon, our cameraman, he's got the same swag on. And you can check out Spartan Factory at their website at thespartanfactorywv.com. Also, the game tonight brought to you by the great taste of Pepsi. Pepsi is a proud sponsor of local high school sports. But, Eric, I got to think that since East let that much time run, you got to throw it here because you've got one timeout left. The clock will stop on an incompletion if you incomplete it, but if you do catch it and you don't get in the end zone, then you got to call a quick timeout.
And if you're Beckley, you're going to look the corner out on the island, as you can see at the top of your screen. It's man coverage for East. Look for them to try to hit a quick slant. That's why you got to walk a safety out there.
So from the 7,
to take away that slant.
Here's the throw. Throws the ball, and it's incomplete. And, with the scrambling, you got to think, well, you're almost going to maybe run out of time, 6 seconds. And here's the thing now, Eric, it's 3rd down. So if you don't go real quick here, you may not even get a field goal chance.
Yeah, this decision time. I think you run your field goal squad out. You got to come away with some points.
Yeah, because you got one timeout left, and they're going to take a timeout and talk it over. But I think when they let all the time run off, they should have called a timeout earlier, I think, if you're Greenbrier East. But
I don't like to do, second guessing, but I would have immediately called a timeout because, they had 2?
Yeah, they had 2, and now they just took their last one. So here's the thing. If Hambrick has to scramble again, it's all or nothing on this play. You don't even get a chance at the field goal. So it's a big decision for Coach Lee over there for Greenbrier to see what he's going to do, if he'll send the field goal team on. But I got a feeling, since he played it the way he did, that they're going to roll the dice and they're going to go for it.
Yeah, if you're Beckley, I'm going to really try to get there with 4 or 5, and really just guard the goal line. Really guard the goal line and try to bring some heat on the quarterback. Take away those quick slants. Make them. They were trying to throw like a V out, to the pylon. That's too slow developing. You're going to really have to, hit that quick slant or something like that, or tight end seam route.
Burdette was 6'4".
Yeah,
that Greenbrier has. Maybe just get him right in the end zone and just lob it up and just try him to get it at his highest point. Let's see. 6 seconds left.
Let's see where he lines up.
14-6 the Beckley lead. Now the half cannot end on a defensive penalty.
Okay, yeah. So now you see the tight end Burdette is flanked out in the slot.
Yeah, in the slot.
That's where your safety is going to have to. He's going to have to take that.
Here's
away.
The snap. There's going to go. They throw. It is caught for the touchdown. Greenbrier East, with 2 seconds left, have scored a touchdown and have cut the Beckley lead to 14-12. That was a 40-yard drive in 9 plays, and they get the touchdown pass of 3 yards.
And that was great. It was man coverage. Preston Clary, that's 2 times, man. You got what's your best athlete out there on the island. You got to come up with that play. And hats off to Coach Ray Lee right there. Clock management. He said, "What clock management when you have a senior quarterback?"
And you're going to have to help me with who made that reception.
Well, I didn't see it.
Did anybody catch it? No one apparently caught it. We will get that for you. But the Spartans are going obviously for 2 and try to tie the game. So we'll replay that back and see who made that catch. Here's the 2-point conversion, the run to Godfrey, and he's in. And we'll go to the break the same way as we started the game, all even at 14 with 2 seconds left. And wow, this game has had a little bit of everything. With 2 seconds remaining in the first half, your new score is Greenbrier East 14 and Beckley 14. And, Eric, we talk about it all the time. No matter what sport it is, you can't see it, but you can feel it. Momentum is real.
Yeah, the old momentum is definitely back on Greenbrier East's shoulders right now.
We're trying to run this back to see if we can tell who caught the pass, and just can't see a number right there. But we will try to get that. But nevertheless, Godfrey runs in the 2-point conversion. 2 seconds remaining, and we're all even at 14. So Greenbrier East went up 6-0. Beckley then scored 14 in a row, kind of took over the momentum, and then Greenbrier East. And, Eric, what started that was after Beckley kicked it out of bounds, they made him kick it again, and then you had a personal foul penalty, and East was able to start with a short field. And another big play, they picked up that 3rd and forever on the quarterback scramble.
Yeah, the quarterback scramble kept it alive, and you're doing what you have to do to stay in the game on the road. Now it's back to even for the last 2 quarters.
And you're probably going to squib it here. This should be, barring a penalty, should be the final play of what's been a very exciting and entertaining first half. As he's got it teed up, and here comes the kick, and that's what they do. They squib it right down the middle. As soon as it's touched, the clock will start. It'll start now, so barring a penalty, this will be the last play of the half. There's the horn, and there's the tackle across the 35. So each team will go to the locker room as Beckley here on the near side, East on the far side. We're all leaving at 14 apiece. That's the end of the first half, and we'll take a break and be right back here on Video Productions.
You hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails. Fuel up the way West Virginians do. A Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
We gave a future driver a first look and asked what he thinks makes a good truck. These trucks aren't just for today's drivers, they're for future ones too.
There's a compartment here, great leather seats, a bunch of charging ports. Has everything pretty much.
Now it's your turn.
Since I'm too young to do business in the front, I have to do party in the back.
Come to Midstate Ford and drive off in a new truck, cool enough to earn backseat approval. Midstate Ford.
And we welcome you into the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry. We've got the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, and Cameron Ball producing and directing. Jackie Moon Jackie Moon on camera, along with heavy hitter senior, and of course the stat man, Mr. Chris Farish. And we'll get stats in a minute. But Eric, first of all, we got to take our collective breaths, and I got to take a deep breath. Wow, what do you think of that first half?
Yeah, great first half. A bunch of momentum swings. Greenbrier East controlled the bigger part of the first quarter. Beckley controlled the bigger part of the second quarter, but East fought back in that last. I think they got the ball with like 3:12 to go in the half, and able to knot it up here at 14.
So Greenbrier East, their first possession was a punt, their second possession a touchdown, then a punt, and then a touchdown. And their touchdown drives were both short fields. They had a two-play 20-yard drive, and then that last touchdown drive was a 9-play 40-yard drive that gets Greenbrier East into the end zone. For Beckley, they started off with terrible field position on the first drive. They punted the first two times, then they scored 2 touchdowns, and then we had the half. So in the second half, who knows, we'll probably have more of the same.
Yeah, and Beckley coming out, we'll see what each team does to adjust, because Beckley, like they've been known to do, give up a big third down scramble after a high, snap over the head. You're thinking you're going to get the ball back with a couple timeouts and end up giving up the game-tying score.
Yeah, we're here at Pete Colasurto Field at Van Meter Stadium in Beckley here in the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show. The game is all knotted up at 14 apiece. We'll take our first halftime break. When we come back, Eric will give you the numbers of the first half, and we'll be right back after this here on Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do. A Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
There's a place where innovation.
Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Access Health began as a small clinic with a simple yet powerful purpose: to care for our neighbors right here at home. From the very beginning, it was about people showing up for each other, building trust, and staying connected. Today, Access Health is serving thousands across southern West Virginia. But what makes us different isn't just the care we provide, it's who provides it. Our team was born here, trained here, and lives here. This is what community looks like. This is Access Health, by the community, for the community, always.
He's a Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon, or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
When you're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
Hey, grab me one too.
And we welcome you back into the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show here at Pete Curlicerto Field at Van Meter Stadium with Eric Thomas. I'm Maris Lowry, and at halftime, we're all even at 14 apiece. Greenbrier East scored first to go up 6-0. Beckley then scored 14 unanswered, and then right before halftime, Greenbrier East able to get a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to get the game tied at halftime 14 apiece. Before we get to the numbers of the first half, let you know that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Exit Elevation Realty. Luke Richmond and Steve Morgan are your brokers and associate brokers. If you're looking to buy or sell a house, you want Exit Elevation Realty. Their website is exitelevationwv.com. Also, the game tonight is brought to you by Heather Cantley, your Edward Jones financial advisor. She's my financial advisor. She can be yours as well. And she has a new location at Harper Road. You can contact Heather at 681-254-0097. Tell them Mara sent you. Also, she helped me start on my retirement 5 years ago, and the plan has worked out great. All right, game tied at 14 as Greenbrier East band performs down at halftime here in the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show. And, Eric, you have the numbers of the first half.
Okay, Maris, and like you said, it looks like a lot of fireworks, but not a lot of offensive numbers to really go over. Greenbrier East, as you said, scored right before halftime. They have 79 total yards of offense because they were able to score on short field. A.J. Godfrey, the running back for Greenbrier East, has carried the ball 11 times for 14 yards. And the quarterback, Hamrick, even with his scramble, only has he has a negative yard rushing because of those snaps. Those snaps that end up being sacks for the defense. But he's been efficient through the air and made plays when he needed to. Hamrick is 7 of 11 for 66 yards and 2 touchdowns. For Beckley, this is the number that jumps out to you. Preston Clary, who has kind of been their go-to guy, had big game against Washington, has only had 1 target for negative 2 yards. They have total of 141 yards of total offense, 21 yards rushing, led by Gage Burdett with 10 totes for 27 yards and a touchdown. But right now, the guy that's keeping them in the game is Gage Price. He is 6 of 7 for 120 yards and a score. And A.J. Thomas has hauled in 3 of those passes for 61 yards and made a heck of a catch to put them up 14-7 in the right corner of the end zone.
Yeah, I thought both quarterbacks played really good in the first half. Both quarterbacks had to overcome some bad snaps, some low ones, high ones, every which way. But I thought the poise of both Hamrick for East and Price for Beckley played big dividends for each of their teams.
And if you look, this has been the MO based on one game for Beckley. They got out to they were tied up at halftime with Washington last week, 20-20. So let's see what halftime adjustments both teams make here, because Beckley, you've let Greenbrier East stay in it. Greenbrier East is playing a well of a game, have a good game plan, shortening the game. So Beckley has to figure out a way to get that running game going and getting the ball in the hands of Preston Clare.
Yeah, I thought that East had momentum early. Beckley then took the momentum, and then East got the momentum late.
Yeah, and going into halftime, you're right, with East scoring right there. They're going to come out here in this third quarter and kick it deep and play some defense.
And I think, Eric, and we'll get into this, what I'm thinking about the second half. We'll do it on the other side of the break. We'll take a break. You're here at the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show. It's Beckley and Greenbrier East all knotted up at 14 apiece. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
Here, the Jeep is ready, and at Northside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat, you're getting the best prices in southern West Virginia. Top off, doors open, sunshine pouring in. This is what summer freedom feels like. Your next adventure starts here at Northside Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Fiat in Summersville, where everybody rides. Because summer's better with a Jeep and the best deal around.
Take care of this by the end of the day.
Sure, I'll take care of that. Done.
It's that easy with compliance. Compliance. We've got your back office.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
So you're ready to get started on that home remodel? Then America's #1 exterior remodeler is here to help. For over 19 years, Window World of Beckley has helped homeowners in our area take care of their greatest investment. We make it easy to remodel your home with special financing options and convenient monthly payments. Because we are locally owned and operated, you can expect the best in customer service. We're excited to see what you have in mind. We look forward to helping you create the home of your dreams.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
And we welcome you back to Van Meter Stadium in Beckley. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. The heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins, along with Cameron Ball producing and directing, Chris Farish on stats. We also have Jackie Moon and heavy hitter senior with the camera. We're all even at 14 apiece. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Hart's Cabinets. Hart's Cabinets located in MacArthur. They have quality custom cabinets, and they're a proud sponsor of local high school sports. And you can dial them up at 304-252-2917. Also, the game tonight brought to you by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. Leisure Lanes has a 24-lane bowling center with a full-service restaurant. You can bring your family, join a league, book your next party at Leisure Lanes, 304-253-7328. The game also tonight brought to you in part by Infinity Coal Company in Sophia. They're now hiring experienced underground miners. They offer great wages and benefits. You can apply online through the United Coal Company's Facebook page. And last but certainly not least, Mamma Mia, love me some Italian food, and that's Pasquale's. Pasquale's Italian Restaurant has your favorite Italian dishes. Plus, they have sandwiches, salads, and seafood. They have catering and private parties are available. You can book your event by calling 304-255-5253. We're all knotted up at 14 apiece. So, Eric, you've got some scores from around the state.
Yeah, we'll start here locally with Princeton and Bluefield. Princeton's up big at halftime over Bluefield, 20-6. No score posted yet for the Shady Spring contest, so if anyone out there is watching the game, if they have a score, send it to us so we can get it on air. Liberty is losing to Pikeview 22-18 right now. I think that's in the second. Independence rolling over Martins Ferry, Ohio, 28-6 in the third quarter. And in the game of interest that's been broadcast on video productions in 4A, Huntington right now has control of the contest as they lead Martinsburg 22-7 in the third. And George Washington, I got this from field reporter Maris. George Washington starting a freshman running back. He had two carries for 80 yards and a touchdown in the first quarter. Touched the ball one time in the second quarter, scored a touchdown. So he has 3 carries, over 100 yards against Hurricane, and they lead the game 21-7.
That is George Washington
leading the game 21-7.
All right, on this week 2 of the high school football season, the Beckley Flying Eagle Band performing down on the field. It's a gorgeous night for football, and we're about 7 minutes away from starting the second half. We'll take a break, and then we'll get Eric's takes of what each team needs to do if they're going to pull this game off in the second half. We'll take a break here from the Massey Power Sports Halftime Show. We're all knotted at 14 apiece, streaming live here on Video Productions.
Power Sports is your one-stop off-road and tractor destination. We have an awesome selection of side-by-sides, ATVs, dirt bikes, tractors, and kid machines. Our machines come loaded with features the other brands don't have and will save you thousands of dollars versus the competition. Massey Power Sports offers the best prices, the best service, and the best warranties. Our locations in Beckley and Cross Lanes are here to serve you. Online at MasseyPowersports.com. Massey Power Sports. We power your work and your adventure.
Compliance helped me lose 50 pounds by freeing up tasks like payroll, HR, and bookkeeping. I'm now free to do what I want.
With compliance, you can do what you want to do. Compliance, we've got your back office.
He's a Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
I never thought this would happen.
When disaster takes control of your life, we got you. Get it back with a single call to the team that shows up fast to make things right. Serve Pro, like it never even happened.
So you're ready to get started on that home remodel? Then America's #1 exterior remodeler is here to help. For over 19 years, Window World of Beckley has helped homeowners in our area take care of their greatest investment. We make it easy to remodel your home with special financing options and convenient monthly payments. Because we are locally owned and operated, you can expect the best in customer service. We're excited to see what you have in mind. We look forward to helping you create the home of your dreams.
And we welcome you back into Pete Curlicerto Field at Van Meter Stadium in Beckley. Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas. We're all knotted at 14 apiece between Beckley and Greenbrier East. Beckley back out on the field. Greenbrier East is yet to make their way out from the locker room. So, Eric, before we get the second half started, I will put you on the spot. So if you are in the Greenbrier East locker room, you might have heard what? What will be the key if Greenbrier East is to pull this out in the second half?
Yeah, establish this running game. Got to get that running game going. I think Godfrey is key to really getting it going because it's pretty much been on Hamrick, mostly in the first half. He's going to need, at least a 45, 50-yard half out of Godfrey to get that will help aid in time of possession and not put it all on Hamrick. And I think they could come out victorious.
Now, on the flip side, if you're Beckley, Coach Surratt was telling his group what?
Hey, you're beating yourselves with silly penalties. If you look, 2 of their scoring drives were aided. I think it was a 20-yard drive and a 40-yard.
A 40-yard drive, correct.
So 60 yards, in total offense on drives aided by penalties. So you're pretty much not saying this is the coach speak. You're pretty much beating yourself. Clean that up, and he's got to figure out a way offensively to get Preston Clary involved. You got your playmakers. You got one playmaker making plays. Well, in the run game, that's Gage Burdett. But A.J. Thomas picked up the slack. But I think in this third quarter, you got to get number 8, and that's Clary, established in this contest.
In the first half, we saw good play from Beckley on the offensive side of the ball, good play from East. We saw good defense from both teams. We had a mishap on an extra point for East, but they made it up with a 2-point conversion. Beckley made both of theirs. So we had a little bit of everything. The one thing we didn't have in the first half, Eric, and I think will be the key in the second half, and that is turnovers. We have not had a turnover, and I think if whoever can win the turnover battle in the second half obviously has the greatest chance to win this game, and it may come down to a turnover.
Yeah, and one thing we have to state this too. Beckley was hit with a key injury as their big offensive tackle and defensive tackle, Dylan Vi. I don't think we'll see him the rest of the contest. Not sure what the
second best starting field position on their own 44, 1st and 10. Here is Price. And Price pretty much is lined up in shotgun all night with Burdett right behind him in the pistol set. And this time Price will keep it, and he'll get 3 or 4 yards up over the 45. And let's see where they put him down at the 48-yard line. He'll pick up 4 on the play.
Hey, so 2 things out of that play that I loved. They brought Preston Clary in motion across the face of the defense to see what they were doing zone-wise, and the quarterback finally kept it. So that's going to make those linebackers think a little bit.
Yeah, because that's the first time tonight that Price has actually pulled it and ran with it. And like I said, something positive on first down. He picked up 4, 2nd and 6 for Beckley on their own 48-yard line. If you're just joining us, all tied at 14. First possession, second half from the pistol set. Price takes the snap, hands the ball to Burdett. He spins and really spins into nowhere as Greenbrier is waiting on him, and that will go maybe a yard, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a yard. I think they'll grant him a yard on that play.
Yeah, get the ball to the 49-yard line, make it 3rd and 5, and a crucial third down play here on the first possession of the second half.
And like you said, going into halftime, that Greenbrier East, that score gave them that momentum in this. If you're Beckley, a 3 and out will just add fuel to the fire for this Greenbrier East team.
Especially with the field position that Beckley got to start this drive. So it's 3rd and 5 for Beckley on their own 49-yard line. Price waits on the shotgun snap, takes the snap, rolls the pocket. Pressure comes, throws, and it's incomplete. He overshot his man. That was good coverage downfield for Greenbrier East as Price takes a hit as he delivers it. And now, more than likely, you would think we got a punt coming up for Beckley. I don't think they would take a chance and go for it here.
Yeah, no, and it didn't look like Clary and Price were on the same page on that one. That was pretty much a throwaway.
So it'll be Stone going back on the far side for Greenbrier East. Caden Stone on the far side, and Nate Suttle here on the near side to waiting on the Beckley punt. 4th and 5. So Beckley with good field position on their own 44. They go 3 and out. And what do we got? We got the referee blowing it dead. I'm not sure what we got because there's 16 on the play clock. And maybe, There's car light. You know what? Every time we've been here, we've seen that. And where car lights, the way it's set up to the end zone to our right, there's always somebody sits there and turns on their headlights.
They do.
And they've got to go tell them that they need to turn them off. But they're announcing that from the PA. But if you're sitting in your car, you may not be able to hear that.
Yeah, I think the car moved.
Yeah, so now whatever it is, they got it squared away, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Beckley set the punt. So getting ready to punt the ball for Beckley is Tyler Radford. Radford standing on his own 36-yard line. He waits on the snap. 12 on the play clock. And it's a fake. You're going to throw the ball, got a man. It's caught for the first down. Winds down the near sideline. A beautiful call and a beautiful throw. And Beckley keeps the drive alive as they hit Winds, and he makes a big play. Gets the ball down to the Greenbrier East 31-yard line.
Yeah, so that was Gage Burdett on the throw, and former quarterback up back and caught him asleep. I think that's a big momentum play and great play design.
That was a great call. It had everybody fooled. And Greenbrier East, yeah, they just like, wow. Greenbrier East was not ready for that, and Beckley with a huge play. 1st and 10 now at the Spartan 31. Price takes the snap. Burdett gets the handoff. He's got some running room. He's inside the 25. Takes a big hit, bounces off the defender. They need to blow the whistle. They've got him stood up. You know, as he gets the ball down inside the 25 to the 24-yard line.
But you right on cue. You were saying what I was thinking in my mind. After the forward progress has stopped, as we see here on the replay mirrors, he had 8 people basically on him. Kind of blow the whistle. Yeah,
that's a 7-yard gain on 1st down, 2nd and 3. And just like that, like a big play, looked like East had the momentum. We're going to get a 3 and out, and then Beckley puts up a big surprise and with a huge fake punt for a 1st down.
And this is a game of momentum, and as you stated, I think Beckley, after having done that, you have to capitalize on this and try to put some points on the board.
So from the 24-yard line of Greenbrier East, they put Clary in motion. They'll hand the ball to Burdett, and he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage. He falls forward. He might have got a yard out of that, not much.
Well, I saw something out of that play. If they could run that again and pull it, nobody ran with the Preston Clary out of the motion as he circled back in the backfield. Let's see if the coaches in the box saw it as well.
So they'll put the ball down at the 23. They'll give him a yard gain and brings up 3rd down and 2 from the Greenbrier East 23-yard line. First possession of the second half. East is yet to have a possession here in this 3rd quarter.
This is the first time they've gone.
They're going trips to the top of the screen from the pistol set. Now they go empty. They'll throw it behind the line, and it's going to be a 1st down. Greenbrier East not able to make the play. A lot of times when you need 2 yards, you don't think about throwing the ball behind the line.
Hey, that young man is really growing up before our eyes. That's Gage Burdett.
Yes.
He made the would-be tackler miss, but he still didn't have enough for the 1st, and he had to lower his shoulder to deliver the blow to get the 1st down.
And he gets right to where he needed to get, to the 21, and that will be another Beckley 1st down. This 8th play of the drive coming up.
And we knew this was going to be a hard-fought game.
And now this is really where it gets tough when they're just a yard away from being in the red zone. But like I said, you get down inside the 20, it's tough sledding in there.
It really is, and it shortens the routes and everything gets a lot more congested here.
Pistol set. Looked like there was some movement at Beckley. They don't call it, and they run the play, and that play was destined to fail because it didn't look like the line was on the same page with the snap on that particular play.
Yeah, it did not. They did not look in sync, and as you said, I think Beckley may have got away.
I think they did. It looked like they moved a little bit. The loss is a yard loss back to the 22. So it'll be 2nd and 11 from the 22-yard line, coming up on the 8-minute mark of the 3rd. Glad you're with us here on Video Productions. Barris Lowry, Eric Thomas. We've got Chris Farish on stats. Cameron Ball, the heavy hitter, producing and directing. Jackie Moon on camera. Heavy hitter senior also on camera. 2nd and 11 from the pistol set. Twins to the top and bottom of your screen. Greenbrier East may have jumped, and they did. I think East jumped. East is pointing at Beck that they were drawn off sides. We'll wait and see.
The greatest play ever. I like when everybody goes.
Everybody points at everybody. But Greenbrier East is saying they were drawn off sides, but I mean that could be. I didn't see anybody from Beckley move. I saw East
like
jump in.
Four of them in the neutral zone.
Yeah, I saw East jump into the neutral zone.
Let's see.
And it's going to be an offsides on Greenbrier East.
Yeah, definitely. I think that was the right call because not only was it one, it was all three of the down linemen were in the neutral zone.
So that'll move the ball to the 17-yard line. They've got to get to the 11 for a first down.
And that tells me two things. I know sometimes you think it's undisciplined, but if three people were jumping, they've seen something with the snap. They're trying to jump the snap and guess the cadence.
So Price sends Wines in motion. They pitch it to him on the little sweep, and Wines has got a first down. He's had a really big game, one of those kind of quiet big games.
Yeah, I mean we're going to call it big plays in the sequence of the game. I think he's touched the ball 3 times, and they've all 3 been first downs.
Yeah, and that should be a first down. The official's standing right at the 11, and it is a first down.
So 3 first downs. We're going to call him J-Dub Wines, the first down maker right here.
So right at the 11-yard line, it's a first down for Beckley, and they've controlled the clock. We're coming up on 7 minutes here, Eric.
So let me get your take. This is the third quarter. The third quarter is going the way that the Greenbrier East first quarter went.
Right.
As Beckley is methodically going down the field trying to score some points.
And the biggest play was that fake punt on this drive. Price throws it short. A.J. Thomas makes the catch. He turns it up inside for about a yard gain, and that was it. That was well played, and that's a nice defensive play that time by Greenbrier East. And let's see who the young man that made that play. That was Suttle that makes the tackle.
Yeah, Suttle has done a great job, and you're trying to get in, with a tunnel screen right there into the hands of your playmakers. But it seems like right now, I think they're giving what the defense is taking. I mean, they're taking what the defense is giving. That's easy for me to say, right? But they're doing a good job, and I think whoever's calling the plays of mixing it up.
From the 10-yard line, it is 2nd down and 9. Once again, they've run this pistol set all night. And they'll hand the ball to Burdett. They'll hand the ball back to Wines, and that will go for a loss back to the 13-yard line.
Yeah, see, Greenbrier East saw what we saw with Wines, and we talked him up his first negative play.
So the thing about here is we talked about it. Beckley has got 2 really good field goal kickers. So you don't want to make any mistake. You don't want to force anything. They'll probably throw the ball here. They have the ball at the East 13. They can get a first down at the 1. And, Eric, after this play is ran, Beckley will have the ball for half of this third quarter. We're coming up on the 6-minute mark. So here's a big third down play for Beckley at the Greenbrier East 13-yard line.
Man coverage up top. Same scenario when A.J. Thomas caught the pass, but see the safety cheating over.
Price to throw. Steps up, goes to the end zone. It's picked. Just what I said, picked. And down the far sideline, this might be a Greenbrier East touchdown of 101 yards. Will Price or Burdett be able to catch him? Suttle, they will not. Touchdown, Greenbrier East. Just what I said before the play started. Make sure you don't throw it into traffic. That's a 102-yard interception return, and Greenbrier East is in front. Wow.
Wow, what a play. And it's right on cue as you said it. I don't know, didn't look like any Beckley player was in the area on the replay.
Miscommunication. We'll watch the replay, but wow, here it is, Eric. As Suttle gets the pick, and just like that from 102 yards as he goes down the sideline, and Burdett was the last guy, and he couldn't catch up with him. Suttle, 102-yard interception return, and Greenbrier East is in front 20-14.
And look, that's huge momentum shift because if you're Beckley, you used most of the quarter, and you give up 7 the other way.
Wow, that was a 12-play drive. That was the 12th play of that drive. Now the point after the snap is low. The kick's on its way, and it is good. And the momentum, what a huge backbreaker momentum swing in Greenbrier East's favor. Yes. 5:34 left in the third. Your new score, Greenbrier East 21, Beckley 14. We'll be right back here on Video Productions.
That's what you couldn't do. I mean, I would have.
I didn't. I just said that right, didn't I? Right.
You're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
We welcome you back to Beckley, Van Meter Stadium, Pete Colasurto Field, and wow, everybody's trying to collect their breath as Greenbrier East has taken the lead, 21-14, 102-yard interception return for Greenbrier East by Nate Suttle, and the extra point is good, 21-14. Greenbrier East leads with 5:34 left here in the third quarter. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Allstate Insurance, actually by Spartan Factory. Spartan Factory has T-shirts, team uniforms, bags, hats, banners. Check out their website at SpartanFactoryWV.com. Also, the game tonight being brought to you by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Love me an ice-cold blue can of Pepsi. They're proud sponsors of local high school sports. Well, Eric, we talk about momentum, and Beckley looked like they got it. The biggest play up to before that interception. Beckley with that fake punt. It was a brilliant call. Beckley looked like they had all the momentum, and now they throw a pick. And just like that, Greenbrier East has not even ran a play from scrimmage yet, Eric, with 5:34 left in the third, and they're now up 21-14.
Yeah, and that's, a huge momentum shift. And if you got to shake it off if you're Beckley. You got a lot of ball game left to play, but I'm not saying you got to play with urgency, but you got to get some good field position here and try to get some points on the board.
So you got A.J. Thomas on the far side, Preston Clary on the near side, and East will probably squib it like they did to start the half. And here comes the ensuing kickoff, and they'll kick it short here to the near side, and the ball will bounce up to Clary on the 22. Clary trying to find running room. He breaks a tackle, and he stood up right there about the 30-yard line. He gets over the 30 to the 31, and that's where Beckley will start this possession on their own 31-yard line. But, Eric, if you're a quarterback, as you know, just like a baseball pitcher, if you give up a home run or a grand slam, you got to have a short memory. You got to go back out there and think next play, not the last play.
That's right. You just got to – you made a mistake, a costly mistake in the, missing a throw in the end zone, but yeah, you got to shake it off.
So Beckley will have it 1st and 10 on their own 31-yard line.
But look, playing with the lead, I always say this, it's easier to call defense playing with the lead because you can unleash some guys, and they've done, on the outside, these corners and safeties for East have held up.
Here's a running play. Burdett, he falls forward. The ball's out. Greenbrier says they have it. And let's see, waiting for the officials. I talked about turnovers at halftime. I haven't seen the officials give the indication. Spartans say they have it, and now the officials say they do. And Mao, on back-to-back plays, Beckley has turned the ball over, and we got an injured Flying Eagle, and Greenbrier is trying to cease the momentum in the game here in the third quarter.
And you said it, whoever won the turnover battle in the second half would win the game, and it's two turnovers to 0.
And 2 major turnovers, one that led to a touchdown, and now this will set Greenbrier East up in excellent field position. Let's see where they put the ball down. I can't see who the injured Beckley player is because he was on the bottom of that pile. With 5:20 left in the third, we'll take a quick break, and we'll come back here on Video Productions.
Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales is a proud supporter of all our area middle school and high school athletics. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales keeps a huge selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs with some of the best prices in Southern West Virginia. We also have several lenders for your financing needs. Direct Choice Pre-Owned Auto Sales and your student athletes, a winning combination.
Tonight's game is brought to you in part by State Farm. Scotty Brown, your local State Farm agent in Shady Spring. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You can dial up Scotty Brown at 681-238-6130. Also, the game is brought to you by Exit Elevation Realty. Luke Richmond, the broker. Steve Morgan, the associate broker. If you're looking to buy or sell a house, those are the guys that will take care of you. You can check them out at
them on defense.
So Greenbrier East
plays the spur like he plays. Now you got a freshman in, not to call him out, but little young freshman in at that position now for Beckley.
Here's a running play. Godfrey straight ahead about a yard or two with all the momentum now. Greenbrier East with the ball.
And Madden Taylor right on cue. I said the freshman coming in to play the linebacker position, and he was able to make the stop right there.
So 1 yard gain to the 32-yard line, 2nd down and 9. But this is a big series in this game as we're under 5 minutes for the third quarter, and Greenbrier East leading 21-14.
And you can see Greenbrier East is going to be methodical. They run this play clock because, a 2-score game, you can go get any points here. But a touchdown definitely puts the Flying Eagles back against the wall.
Yeah, puts Beckley with a little urgency. So this time up under center now is Hambrick. And it'll be a running play to Godfrey. And Godfrey's hit at the line of scrimmage, and he's driven back in good Beckley defense. Now it's 3rd and long.
Yeah, this is, a defensive stop right here would be huge. You can't give up, a scramble. Look for Greenbrier East to probably try to spread about a little bit and have it where, their quarterback Hammer can take off with his wheels and pick up a first down.
3rd and 9 at the Beckley 32. Got to think Greenbrier's going to attempt to put it up here. They ran 2 straight plays right into the thick of the Beckley defense, and now they're trying to spread Beckley out. They'll run from the pistol set. Godfrey lines up behind Hamrick. Hamrick waits on the snap. They put Suttle in motion. They overload the far side. They'll throw the ball to Suttle, and that ball bounced. It didn't even get there, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah.
So that's a big defensive series for Beckley, but it's not over yet because you got to think when you think Eric East would go for it. They're too far for field goal, too far to punt, too close. I think they'd go for it.
I will say this. That play, it was just not a good throw.
It was a good throw. They had it blocked.
Yeah, they had it blocked.
They had the numbers on the far side.
They had the numbers, so look for them. I would dial it back up.
Well, they're definitely going to go for it. So it's 4th and 9. And this is such a huge play for Beckley to try to get back in it and try to regain some of the momentum. They'll flood the bottom of the screen with receivers on 4th and 9.
Yeah, this is a play right here.
Hamrick takes the snap to throw, has time going deep, and that's going to be incomplete. Yeah, the receiver was not on the same page of the quarterback, and Beckley's defense comes up big, and that's what Beckley needed. They get a huge stop, and they turn East over on downs.
So now I want to see what's going on now with the offensively. Who do you put back, in that running back position?
So Beckley will take over. And they've got Wines in there now, it looks like, that he will fill in for Burdett, who was injured on the last carry. But Beckley has turned the ball over each of the last 2 plays, and they have the ball now on their own 32-yard line, 1st and 10. So let's see what they cook up. Price, the quarterback. And that was a big stop for that Beckley defense to keep it a 1-score game.
Yeah, that looks like they're going to put A.J. Thomas back.
Yeah, they have Thomas back there. They'll hand him the ball, and Greenbrier is all over it, and then he breaks the tackle. What should have been a 2 or 3 yard loss is going to turn into maybe a yard gain.
Yeah, you got to block it up no matter who's back there. And right now, this
and looks like they got a Greenbrier East player that's injured now.
Probably cramping up a
maybe
little bit.
That will be a no gain on that play. So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 32-yard line. With 3.5 minutes remaining third quarter, while we got a minute, we'll let you know that tonight's game is brought to you in part by Leisure Lanes, Johnstown Road in Beckley. Leisure Lanes has a 24-lane bowling center with full-service restaurant. Bring your family, join the league. It's a lot of fun. You can book your next birthday party or any other party there at 304-253-7328. And, of course, Eric, we know about having your wife's birthday party and New Year's Eve on the same night at Leisure Lanes. We've done that a couple of times. And also tonight's game is brought to you in part by Infinity Coal Company located in Sophia, West Virginia. They're hiring experienced underground miners, and they offer a great wage and benefit package. You can apply online at United Coal Company's Facebook page. Also, the game brought to you by Pasquale's Italian Restaurant. Eric and I will be there Monday night for our podcast. You may not agree with us. But and we will be there live. You can come and join us 7:30 Monday at Pasquale's and taste some of their great Italian dishes, plus sandwiches, salads, seafood. They have catering and private parties available. Book your event at 304-255-5253. And also brought to you by Allstate Insurance at Market Road in Beckley. You're in good hands with Allstate, and you'll be in good hands with Lori Richmond. She's my agent. She can be your agent as well. 304-252-8646. Well, they get the injured Spartan off the field. Beckley will have it. It'll be 2nd and 10 for Beckley on their own 32-yard line with 3.5 remaining here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and this is like a big series. And as we said, they lost a player not only on defense, but their offensive, guy that really ran it tough between the tackles. And now you're having to move A.J. Thomas from his slot receiver position to the backfield. So, it's next man up. So let's see what they get going here offensively. But right now, Greenbrier East has their number.
So right now, Price is looking over here to the near side. Now he puts a man in motion. A.J. Thomas lines up behind him. Thomas will get the handoff. He breaks a couple of tackles, got a nice gain, and he gets out to about the 37, maybe the 38-yard line. Brings up third down.
Yeah, positive pickup there. But at Greenbrier East, I'm telling you, it's tough sledding in between those tackles.
Yeah, big third down here. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. They got to get out to the 42 to keep the drive alive as we're under 3 minutes for the third quarter. This is a huge play in this game because I think unless you're within a half a yard of going for it, I don't think you want to go for it here if you don't pick up. If you don't pick it up,
it's a whole quarter. You're winding down the 2 minutes.
Yeah, 2.5 to go in the third.
Yes.
So let's see what Beckley does. As A.J. Thomas lines up behind the quarterback, Gage Price on 3rd down. Price takes the snap, has time. Now they flush him out. He's in trouble. He's trying to escape, and he is going to be hit, not sacked, throws it, and it is caught for the first down. Or they're saying he's inbounds. It is a catch and a first down. What a great play by Gage Price to keep the play alive and deliver a strike for a much-needed Beckley first down.
And as we look at this replay, what was good about him is he stayed inbounds, but he squared his shoulders up and delivered a strike. And I think that was – who was that?
Wines with another big catch.
I don't think that
was
Wines.
Sharp made the catch. I beg your pardon.
That was Jaleel Sharp.
So it's a first down on their own 46-yard line. That was a huge play, and, give the credit to the Beckley quarterback, Price, to elude that rush. Here's a pass out in the flat. They get the ball to Clary, and Greenbrier East bottles him up for a short gain of a yard or two.
Yeah, but I still like it that they're trying to get him involved, a little bubble screen, tunnel screen. You got to find ways to make those they're sloughing off the corners so you get some quick hitters, and that's just like an extended run play right there. Get some positive yards and, try to get this offense going.
That'll pick up 2 to the 48-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 8. Clock turning. Winding down here toward the end of the third quarter. It's a big possession for Beckley. From their own 48. Price waits on the shotgun snap, takes it to throw, sits in the pocket, throws deep down the far side, one-on-one coverage, and it's broken up. That's just good one-on-one coverage as they're trying to get the ball to A.J. Thomas, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, and that one, I think it was trying to be a back shoulder throw it a little bit, but you got to lay it out there. It's a little short. Probably the worst throw of the game for Price, as he's really trying to put this offense on his shoulders without Burdett in there.
3rd down and 8. Clock stops on the incompletion. 56 seconds left, third quarter. The only score we've had in this game was an electrifying 102-yard interception returned by Suttle for a Greenbrier East touchdown. Looked like Beckley was ready to take the lead, and then boom, all of a sudden a pick and back the other way for a Greenbrier East touchdown. Big 3rd down for Beckley from their own 48-yard line. They need 8 on this play. You got to figure Price going to put it up. As he waits on the snap. Back to throw. The pressure comes. Throws. Caught. First down. Beautiful throw. Beautiful catch at the Greenbrier East 40-yard line. And that was a bullet and a first down, as I think that was A.J. Thomas that held that in.
Yeah.
Beautiful throw.
Good little slant. Good little hookup. Big play.
So a first down at the Spartan 40. But that was a bullet. And, Eric, that shows you the kind of competitor and kind of player that Gage Price is. As you said, he may have thrown his worst pass of the night.
Yeah.
That might have been one of his best passes of the night on the very next play.
Hey, your short-term memory, you have to have short-term memory to be a quarterback on any level.
So it's 1st and 10, Beckley at the East 40, coming down to the final 30 seconds of the third. Pistol set again.
Bringing the heat.
And there'll be a little screen. Actually, the jet sweep to A.J. Thomas. He cuts inside, and he's going to pick up close to 5, maybe just shy of the 35, and that'll probably be the last play of the third quarter. I don't think Beckley will be able to get up and snap another play. So we'll go to the fourth quarter with Greenbrier East in front, 21-14. We'll be right back for the fourth quarter here on Video Productions.
You're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
Hey, my name's Paige, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is the crispiness of the breading and the tenderness of the filet. It's tasty, it's warm, it's total satisfaction.
Hi, this is Tanya, and what makes the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich original to me is that warm bun, the perfectly seasoned chicken, and that pickle. Woo! I love it. There's a taste of my childhood in every bite.
We're headed to the fourth quarter here at Pete Colasurto Field at Van Meter Stadium, and what a game it's been as Greenbrier East has a one-touchdown advantage, 21-14, as we're ready to start the final 12 minutes, or maybe a little more than that, the way this game has gone. So that was a nice gain there on first down by A.J. Thomas. It'll be a second down play when play resumes to start the fourth quarter. Beckley has the ball at the Greenbrier East just outside the 35. We'll call it the 36, second down and 6. For the Beckley Flying Eagles. And now, actually, they're going to put the ball's at the 36.
It looks like
I thought they were going to actually move it to the 35, but they haven't quite done that. So we had, after each team had 2 touchdowns each.
The yard marker is actually on the 35, though. See the second down marker?
Yeah. The ball, though, of course, isn't quite on the 35. But I was going to say, after we had 2 touchdowns each from each team there in the first half, only 1 touchdown and a defensive touchdown at that here in the third quarter. All right, here we come for the first play of quarter number 4.
So now they have flanked A.J. Thomas back out to the wide out and have Javonte Wands in the –
takes the snap. I beg your pardon. Price takes the snap, and he falls forward as he gets inside the 35 to the Greenbrier East 34.
And I like that he actually ran that a little bit because probably 2 down territory.
Oh, no question here. Yeah, the ball's at the 34.
Yeah, so, definitely 2 down territory. So get something positive. Don't take a sack.
Yeah, unless they take a big sack or big penalty, you're thinking you got 2 downs to pick up 4 yards here.
4 yards, yep.
The big difference in this game is that big interception. And right now I said at halftime turnovers would decide the game. Beckley's turned it over twice, and East got 7 points out of it. And looks like Beckley moved.
Yeah, that's going to be on Mans.
Yeah, looks like Beckley, the tackle pulled out too soon, and that caused Greenbrier East to jump, and that should be a false start on Beckley. The officials will gather. Waiting for the call.
Unless the encroachment drew him off.
You're going to call it on Greenbrier East? Maybe.
Unless the encroachment drew him off.
Yeah, you're going to call it on East. And that'll be a first down. So that'll take the ball to the Greenbrier East 29-yard line and a first down. So that's a big break for Beckley. And now you really got to think it's 1st and 29, really.
Yeah, first and 29 because
they got to have a touchdown.
On the turning clock, you got to get a touchdown. You got to get this thing knotted up.
So Beckley on the move at the Spartan 29-yard line after picking up the first down by a penalty. Price now's got everybody situated. Puts a man in motion, which is Clarity. They'll pitch it to him. Greenbrier East trying to cut him off, and head over heels goes Clary as he's able to pick up a couple of yards, but not much as they run him into the boundary.
Yeah, I think that'll give him a hard-earned 4 on that carry.
Let's see where they put him down at. They had the ball at the 29. They'll give him 3 to the 26. Just kind of see, Eric, because the Beckley players are standing up. I couldn't quite see exactly where they put him out at. So it's a 3-yard pickup on first down for Clary at the Spartan 26-yard line, 2nd and 7. Clock turning, 10:15 and counting. Price looks at the defense, waits on the shotgun snap. Clary in motion. Price takes the snap, sits in the pocket. Pressure comes, throws the ball deep down the middle of the field, and it's overthrown. For a minute, it looked like he was going to make the connection and just had a little much on it, and the ball goes incomplete.
Yeah, but I like the way he laid that out there because you don't give the defense a chance to make a play, and good play call, just not able to hook up.
Yeah, I like the play call because
Second down,
because you got 2 downs to pick up to 7 yards.
7, yep.
And I think their best bet would probably be to throw the ball. Seems like that they've had a little bit more success, especially without Burdett in the ball game. So it's 3rd and 7 at the Greenbrier's 29-yard line.
See, now you're at the top of the bottom of your screen, you have man coverage, but the safety's cheating over to Preston Clary's side.
Price takes the snap. Pressure comes. They force him out of the pocket. He'll throw short and intercepted. That's the 3rd turnover and the 2nd pick, and Price threw it right to the defender, and Greenbrier East comes up with a huge turnover and an interception. As making the interception for the Spartans will be Logan. You're going to have to help me. I can't even see that. That is so small print.
Van Kiesen?
Van Kiesen. I can't even see it because, I got to have better eyes than that. But it's a huge defensive play for the Spartans, and they get a pick. And Beckley now with 3 big turnovers here in the second half.
Yeah, and that one, as we ran the replay, he just throws it right to the guy sitting down. He doesn't see him.
So Greenbrier East will take over on their own 27. And I said at halftime, turnovers would decide the game. And right now, Greenbrier East leads in that category 3-0. They'll run the ball on first down.
Van Fossen.
Van Fossen. Here's Godfrey with a nice gain up over the 30.
And then here's where this big bruising back, Godfrey, you can milk the time away here. You're rolling towards 9 minutes to go, and your gun is running out of bullets. You're losing a lot of firepower when you lost Gage
Price.
Yeah.
So they picked up 5 on the play.
Gage Burdett.
Yeah, Gage Price, the quarterback. So it's a 5-yard pickup. And Spartans are going to try to milk this clock, Eric. They're in no hurry with 20 on the play clock, coming up on 9 minutes on the game clock.
Well, they've done, what they need to do is they've been very methodical in running their plays efficiently and not using a lot of the clock.
Here's Godfrey on the pitch. He gets out to the 35-yard line. He's going to be a yard or so short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1. And we talked about this way back on top in the pregame show. This senior class for Greenbrier East has never beaten Beckley. And this is a senior experience-elated team.
Yeah, now a lot of that comes into play. And you're going to get a heavy dose of number 22, and that's Godfrey the rest of this game.
So it's 3rd and 1 for Greenbrier East on their own 36-yard line. Big play for the Beckley defense if they can get a stop, because I wouldn't think East would go for it here this deep in their territory if they don't get it. They're going to run the ball. Godfrey, as you called, he's got a first down. He plows ahead over the 40, and he gets out to the 43-yard line, and that'll move the sticks.
Yeah, and you can see just the momentum, knowing all you got to do is, get first down after first down. You get 2 first downs, you're going to have this clock well under the 4-minute mark.
Yeah, I mean, we're coming up on the 8-minute mark now, and you're right. By the time they snap it here, we'll be under 8 minutes.
Yeah, so 2 first downs could essentially, put this game away.
And, another thing, too, Eric, you think maybe if Beckley keeps creeping up, Spartans might try to hit you over the top.
That tight end, that seam.
Yeah, Burdett's a 6'4", 220-pound tight end that he can stretch the field. So it's a first down for Greenbrier East on their own 43-yard line.
And here he is playing like the H-back position right here.
They'll run the ball, and they bobbled it and almost fumbled it. And Godfrey there, as you mentioned, you're going to see a whole lot of him, and you've been right on it, right across the 45. And it's kind of simple now, especially when you got the lead.
You got the lead. And you were right. Godfrey did. The only thing he doesn't need to do is lay it on the carpet. As on the replay you saw, he bobbled it initially and was able to get it back and pick up 5.
Yeah, 5 yards, and that's the key, getting 5 yards on first down. They can milk the game clock. They can milk the play clock. They're in no hurry. They haven't broke the huddle yet with 20 on the play clock. We're getting ready to go under 7 minutes for the game. Beckley will be on the road. In fact, Beckley won't have another home game for over a month. October 10th, after tonight, will be the next time Beckley is at home. Beckley crowned the line. They'll run it up inside with a new ball carrier, and that's close to a first down. Let's see who we got on that carry.
And that
is Lee on the carry. So Lee gets the carry, and he comes up about a yard short. It'll be 3rd and 1. Or no, they're going to say that's a first down. They're moving the sticks. So another first down, as you mentioned, Eric, this into Beckley territory at the Beckley 47-yard line.
Yeah, and the Greenbrier East faithful across the way, you can hear them. They're tasting victory.
Yeah, you think right now if you're Greenbrier East, as long as you don't turn the ball over. This drive started back on their own 27 after Beckley's third turnover, a pick. 7 on the play clock. They run it again. Godfrey up inside. He spins and twists and gets just inside the Beckley 45 to the Beckley 44. He got 3 on the play. They're milking this clock. We'll be under 6 minutes when they snap the ball. Like I said, Beckley on the road for 3 games. They have 2. They're at Parkersburg South. They're at Bluefield. They have a bye week, and then they go to Preston. Greenbrier East will be home for 3 straight games. They have Allegheny, Oak Hill, and Shady. From the Beckley 44. Beckley like stacking everybody in the box, trying to stop this run. And Godfrey to the near side. He's got running room. He's got a first down as he runs over a Beckley would-be defender. And that would be a Greenbrier East first down at the Beckley 35-yard line.
I think we got another injury.
That was a big hit. Yep, you're right. Yeah. Godfrey delivered the blow on that one. Yes, I think that was Sharp that took the sharp hit on that.
Yeah, he took the brunt of that one.
And you can see the momentum of Greenbrier East. While we got a minute, I want to tell you that tonight's ball game is brought to you in part by Pepsi of Southern West Virginia. Like to have an ice-cold Pepsi. And Pepsi's a proud sponsor of local sports in Southern West Virginia. Also, the game brought to you in part by Spartan Factory. They have T-shirts, team uniforms, bags, hats, and banners. And, of course, our swag that we wear, our haberdashery that we wear from Video Productions from the fine folks at Spartan Factory in Beckley. And you can check them out at SpartanFactoryWV.com. Well, Eric, see if you got some more scores while we got this injury timeout.
Yeah, try to dial up some scores. I do have out of Princeton, Princeton 45, Bluefield 6. That's late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. You and I will have Beckley and Princeton when they play here in Beckley.
And then let's check the Independence Patriots across the way in Coal City.
Independence had a sizable lead the last time you gave it.
That game should be final, 35-14, the final.
So Independence goes 2-0.
Pikeview opening up a 30-24 lead over Liberty in the fourth quarter.
That game in Glen Daniel?
Yeah, Midland Trail on the road at Polk and really walloping the Dots 48-0 in the third quarter.
So this is a first down at the Beckley 34-yard line. With 5.5 to go. And Greenbrier East trying to put this one away. They hand the ball to Godfrey. There's a hole on the right side. He's inside the 30, and he gets down to about the 28-yard line. And there might be a face mask or a horse collar perhaps, because the way he got tackled as the flag comes in late. We'll have to watch it on the replay.
Yeah, it looked like it went across the shoulder pads, but
let's see. Yeah, it looked like he got him across the shoulder
pads. I don't think that's – I mean, of course, they don't have instant replay.
And they're going to – that will be the penalty on Beckley, and they'll mark it off on the end of the run. That personal foul face mask. So they'll tack on the penalty yardage at the end of the run. And Greenbrier East in business as they'll get the ball down to the 14-yard line, a first down. 1st and 10. This is the 9th play of the drive. 1st and 10 at the Beckley 14, and no question, Eric, with 5:20 and counting, a touchdown you would think would put everybody in the exits, and that would definitely do it.
I think everybody in the stadium knows who's getting the ball right here.
And you are correct. Godfrey up inside, falls forward as he gains a couple of yards, and I think Greenbrier East is okay with that because they're milking the clock. And at some point, you know, Eric, because Beckley's only got 2 timeouts, when do you start thinking about calling your timeouts?
Yeah, but I think it's too early right now. I think you try to get them in, 3rd and long here before you burn one.
So they got a yard on the play. They're at the Beckley 13. They're in no hurry. They still got just 25 on the play clock.
I'm counting men. It looks like Gage Burdett has made it back out on the. Yes, he is. He's over here playing the spur.
So here's Greenbrier East from the Beckley 13 on 2nd and 9. They hand the ball to Godfrey. No, it's a keeper. Hambrick faked out everybody on a quarterback keeper, and he's ran out of bounds, but he's got a 1st and goal just shy of the goal line. That was a great play because Godfrey, as I did, thought was going to get the ball. Everybody in the stadium thought Godfrey was going to get the ball, and a nice fake and Hambrick around the far end, and a huge first down for the Spartans.
Yeah, and this is pretty much the ball game right here.
Ball's at the 3-yard line, 1st and goal. So as I said at halftime when it was 14-14, I said turnovers in the second half would decide the winner.
Yeah.
Beckley has turned the ball over 3 times.
And in the words of someone close to us, this score right here will put them in the exits.
Yep, and here is the touchdown by Godfrey from 3 yards out. That's an 11-play, 73-yard drive after the interception with 4:20 to go, and Greenbrier East takes a 27-14 lead. As Godfrey finishes off the drive with a 3-yard touchdown run.
And that's just really it's taken all the air out of the sails. If you can look at the body language on the sideline of the Beckley team and the Beckley faithful, good turnout out here. And like I said, a lot of people making their way to the exits.
And here comes the point after. The snap is good, the hold is good, and the kick is also good. So with 4:20 left here in the fourth quarter, your new score, Greenbrier East 28, Beckley 14. We'll take a break. Be right back here on Video Productions.
You're in need of a plumber, you want someone that's going to treat you like family. Modley's Plumbing and Heating, a family-owned business since 1987, wants you to know our customers and employees are as important as family. Built by family to families, quality work is our hallmark at Modley's Plumbing and Heating. So the next time you're in need of a plumber, give Modley's Plumbing and Heating a call at 304-253-HELP. Help to Modley's means handling every little problem.
Welcome back to Van Meter Stadium here in Beckley. I'm Maris Lowry with Eric Thomas, Chris Farish on stats, Cameron Ball, the heavy hitter, Mr. Nick Eskins producing and directing, the heavy hitter senior, and Jackie Moon on camera. And Eric, we talk about it no matter what level, no matter the sport, momentum is real, and this momentum has swung back and forth, and here as of late, the momentum has been with Greenbrier East.
Yeah, and Greenbrier East really took control, I think the momentum for good, scoring right before halftime, and then Beckley tried to really seize the momentum, driving down and was in what we call the red zone. They were at least in field goal range and threw an interception the other way, and I think Greenbrier East has really seized the moment, and it had a good game plan, came over here and executed it.
Here comes the kickoff. They will kick it short, and Beckley's going to get good field position, though. They didn't want a chance kicking the ball to either A.J. Thomas or Preston Clary, but Beckley's going to start this drive on their own 42-yard line. They've got 2 timeouts. With 4:19 left, Eric, if they score quick, they have a shot.
It's got to be something quick. You got to throw. You can't be gun shy if you're Gage Price. You still have to go out there and execute the offense, and you're going to have to put it up. You're going to have to put the peel up.
Yeah, you got to think right here too, Eric, that probably you really can't run the ball down 2 touchdowns. You probably going to have to throw the ball.
Yeah, you're going to have to put it in the air. You can't afford. I mean, even if Gage,
even if you run 6 or 7 yards, it takes too much time.
Yeah, you got to throw some stuff across the middle too.
So here is Price, sits in the pocket, throws deep down the far side. It's going to be picked. 4 turnovers in the second half, and if they're not in the exits, that will put them in the exits. I see a big streak of lightning
right on cue.
Greenbrier East with another big streak of lightning as they turn Beckley over 4 times here in the second half. 3 interceptions and a fumble has done Beckley in here in this second half. And they're whooping it up across the way, and now a late penalty flag comes in way at the end of the play. But Greenbrier East is 4 minutes and 8 seconds away of upsetting Beckley, and we talked about it, Eric, on top. These seniors have never beaten Beckley. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Greenbrier East. They'll back them up as most people now are making their way to the exits.
Yeah, and, this Greenbrier East team, they're celebrating. They don't care about this
they don't care about the penalty, no.
Yeah, they're just going to line up and run it. Beckley's got 2 timeouts and can only stop the clock. You get a first down. It's over for sure with the first down.
Ball will go back to the 13-yard line on the penalty. But with 4:08 left, like you said, only 2 timeouts, and you figure Godfrey right up the gut, you're thinking Greenbrier East just don't fumble the ball. But Greenbrier is taking charge of this second half. They're able to turn Beckley over 4 times. Here's Godfrey, got a hole, jumps over a player. Wow, he hurdles a Beckley defender and gets the ball across the 20 out to the 21. A huge play on first down.
Yeah, that running back is a load. And you said it. There are 2 things that stick out. You said that turnover battle, but I also said that he would be key in the second half as well, getting him rolling, whether you have the lead. And as soon as they got the lead, you had to start feeding the Godfrey.
Yeah, neither team turned the ball over in the first half, and I'd mentioned at halftime that felt that whoever won the turnover battle in the second half was the team's going to win the game. And, you figure if you can get 1, Greenbrier is able to get 4, and none bigger than the big interception return for a touchdown.
That seized the moment, seized the night.
So not in any hurry as they get out of the huddle with 10 on the play clock, 3:20 for the game. Hamrick's done a great job of mastering this offense. Here's Godfrey trying to get to the edge. He does. He has a first down. He turns it up. Big run across the 40 and gets out to the 45-yard line. But that's one thing. Godfrey's working on quite a night. We got our stat man, Chris Farish, if we can see how many yards that Godfrey has on the night, because he has put together a couple of nice runs. They'll put the ball down at the 45 and a first down. So coming up on the 3-minute mark. And he's got what? 91 yards rushing.
So he's had a 70-yard second half.
And that's been a big key, the way that Greenbrier's been able to run the ball in the second half. But the turnovers have been the real difference. And we got a flag. I don't think Greenbrier East was set. And that might cost them 5 with 2:41 left in the game. Coming up in the Pioneer Community Bank post-game show, we'll wrap this one up. We'll check scores. We'll have stats from our stat man, Chris Farish. And tell you about next week. Of course, we'll have volleyball. There's the penalty on Greenbrier. We'll have Beckley volleyball on Tuesday. It'll be Beckley, St. Albans, and Princeton. That'll start at 6 o'clock in the gym at Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School. And, of course, next Friday night, Eric, you and I will be at Shady for Nicholas County and Shady. Did we ever get a score of that Shady-James Monroe game?
Yeah, I think our producer said that James Monroe was up 24-7.
24-7. That game's got to be close to being over, and we'll be at Shady next Friday night. So 1st and 15 for East, back on their own 40-yard line with 2:20 and counting. Greenbrier's trying to go 2-0 in 2 big road victories. As Godfrey, for a couple, got the big win last week over Riverside at East. And then, as I mentioned, Eric, he'll be home now for the next 3 games. And what you don't want, you got to clean it up because, I think the tempers are getting a little heated down there. And we got another flag.
You don't want
nobody get tossed out of a game.
Tossed to where they're not playing the rest of the way, miss a game.
So let's see. This might go against Beckley.
I think it was a young man was trying to strip the ball, maybe got him a face mask.
Yeah, it's 5 yards. As they'll put the ball on the 47-yard line. And it will remain first down. At least that's what the down marker has. But they ran a play. So I guess from the spot of the foul. So the ball's at the 47-yard line with a first down as we're under 2 minutes for the game. Hamrick up under center. Godfrey gets the carry. Takes it off the right side. And he's got another first down as he gets the ball down inside the Beckley 45 to the Beckley 43-yard line.
Yeah, and let's just say it. I think Greenbrier East really bullied Beckley in the trenches tonight.
In the second half. And Eric, I'm thinking as you're saying that, I agree. I think there's a lot of game balls to go around for Greenbrier East. Their defense
is
up front, their total team victory.
Total team victory and total team effort.
So, like I said, the first time for this senior class, they had not beaten Beckley until tonight, and they're a minute and a half away from doing that. And they were down 14-6. And
with 3 minutes to go and then rallied.
And they rallied and they shut Beckley out in the second half. Of course, 4 big turnovers for Beckley. Beckley looked like they had the momentum when they had that fake punt. And then after that, it was all downhill for Beckley. As we come up on the final minute, Greenbrier fumbled the ball on the snap. And Beckley may have gotten it.
No, I think
Greenbrier got it back. So really, if Beckley doesn't look like they're going to call a timeout, just Greenbrier just got to take a couple of knees, and they'll walk out of here with a victory. And there the Spartans will celebrate across the way. They'll go to 2-0. Beckley is 1-1. Just one more play, just take a knee, and Greenbrier East is going to get this win.
Yeah, a great victory. Like we said, team victory for this Greenbrier East Spartans team. And Beckley, you're going to have to regroup because your schedule is really going to run a gauntlet now, especially going on the road three out of 4 weeks.
So Beckley calls the timeout, and Greenbrier East really celebrating. Like I said, their seniors had not experienced this in football. The first time their senior class has beaten Beckley.
I mean, that's what makes this game special. You know, football in general, Friday night lights, man, anything can happen. And I stated it early on in our pregame. None of those points roll over from last year that Beckley had. And you knew you were going to get Greenbrier East's best, and their best was better than
well,
Beckley's
Eric,
tonight.
you and I talked all week that we felt that this was a much improved Greenbrier East team, and this in the last 4, Beckley had won the last 4 going into tonight, and you and I both felt that this was Greenbrier East's best chance to break that streak and get a win.
And they did. They came over here, handled business, and got the W.
So just one more play, just a kneel down, and Greenbrier East, they're going to take a 2-0 record back to Greenbrier County with them. Beckley will be 1-1, and like I said, Beckley will not be at home again until October the 10th.
Yeah, I mean, so tough pill to swallow tonight, but you know, Coach Surratt and the coaching staff will get the boys back ready to play. You just don't want, one loss to turn into 2. You got to be ready to play that next game. So
there's the victory formation and the knee, and that will do it. And Greenbrier East has defeated Beckley by the final score of 28-14. And now I think, Beckley's going to take one more timeout and make East kneel it again. But for all intents and purposes, that is the ball game. Greenbrier East will win it. They'll go to 2-0. Beckley will be 1-1. Had a big crowd here tonight, and most of them here on the home side. In fact, probably all of them on the home side are going to leave a little early and disappointed. But Greenbrier East,
that nice little drive back up 64 for these Spartans.
Yeah, normally about a 45-minute drive going to seem like about a 15-minute drive tonight. But that's what winning does. But, you got to tip your hat off to Greenbrier East. They made the plays. And, Beckley, I tell you what, I think it was a great play call when they faked the punt. It looked like they had the momentum. They had a first down at the 31. They were moving. And right before that third down play, I said it. I said, whatever you do, you got a good field goal kicker. You don't want to force it. You can throw it away, live to kick a field goal, live to another play.
Yes.
But what you don't want to do is turn it over. And after I said that, the very next play, interception, a 102-yard return the other way. And by all intents and purposes, the game was over.
Because if you have a chance to kick the field goal, at worst, you missed the field goal, but you still have them pinned back.
Well, you got to feel good about your kickers because they got two good kickers.
Yes.
So I felt even if they just throw that ball away and it's incomplete, you kick a field goal, they probably will make it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one thing about their game that I've seen in the preseason, and when I watched it last week and tonight, they got good snaps, good holds, they got good
strong
kickers.
Legs,
yeah.
Strong legs, good soccer players. State championship soccer players on the team.
But that's some of the growing pains, and that's what I say. Quarterbacks, they got to live to play another down, and Beckley turned it over with 3 interceptions and 1 fumble. Turned it over 4 times, and that done them in. This has been a long time out. So now Beckley is out of timeouts. They can't stop the clock. Greenbrier East will take one more snap, and that'll do it. Final score is Greenbrier East 28 and Beckley 14, and we'll take that. That's it, and we'll take the fourth quarter break. And now they have another timeout. So this last 20 seconds is like taking forever.
Yeah.
I think even some of the home crowd doesn't.
Don't understand
like
that. That's ridiculous. Hey.
Well, anyway, we got people yelling in the booth, not yelling at us, yelling to us, right?
Yelling to us.
They're like, even the home. I think first of all, the loss, but the way they lost brings out the frustration, and then these timeouts here toward the end of the ball game. But so that is definitely the final timeout, and Greenbrier East will win the game. They're just going to prolong it a little bit. Next week, Eric and I will be in Shady, but we'll have the wrap-up show in the Pioneer Community Bank post-game show, as Greenbrier East has come down 64, and they defeat Beckley. One more knee, and that will do it. And actually, it may not, Eric, because there'll be a change of possession. They got to actually run the ball because they won't, unless they run and pick up the first down, the clock will stop on the change of possession.
Exactly right. Now, see, what if you just threw a bomb?
Yeah, Greenbrier East will take a knee. Now the clock will stop with 25 seconds to change of possession, and Beckley will have the ball.
So I guess Beckley is going to try to throw a bomb, score, onside kick it.
I guess.
Hey,
They played to the end.
Played to the end. They're playing to the end.
So there's change of possession with 24 seconds left in the game, and Beckley will get it on their own 45-yard line. Now, Beckley has no timeouts left, so the only way to stop the clock is by picking up a first down, and then the clock will continue to run once they set the chains. So from their own 45.
And all Greenbrier East is doing is have that deep prevent defense right here.
Yeah, let them catch it up underneath and tackle them. Yep.
Yeah, rally to the ball, and then it's over.
So 26 seconds left in this one. See lightning across the way. There's the shotgun snap. There's Price takes off. He throws. It's caught. It's a first down. Inside of Green, there's a flag. And it might be a holding penalty, and maybe that what allowed Gage Price to step up into the pocket with 21 seconds left in it. And it is a holding penalty on Beckley. So they'll mark it off. And on the mark off, the ball will come back to the 35-yard line. They'll replay the down, first down, and now they'll run the clock. Final 18 seconds. Price takes the shotgun snap, steps in the pocket, throws, and it's almost intercepted. And on the incompletion, the clock will stop with 13 seconds left in the game. Wow, this last 30 seconds is taken quite a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, play it to the end, fellas, though.
Teachable moment. Coachable moment. So it'll be a second down play. If they throw it, if they don't get out of bounds, if they don't make a first down, they don't get out of bounds, this will probably be the final play of the game. Price takes the snap. The pressure comes. He rolls out. He sets up. There's a flag, and that's going to be a holding penalty on Beckley. And now another penalty on Beckley, and you just don't want to keep going. There's going to be a holding penalty on Beckley and probably a personal foul on Beckley with 4 seconds left.
And there's also a personal foul on Greenbrier East in the back.
And that's why maybe you may not want to extend it.
That's why. I mean,
right, something like this could happen.
Yes.
Yeah. So we got
They're going to be offsetting because the ball was in the air and the Greenbrier East just unloaded on a receiver across the middle.
Yeah.
And, it's just.
So we're going to have a holding penalty on Beckley. We're going to have, I think, a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Beckley and then a personal foul on Greenbrier East with 4 seconds left. So even though the fact that Beckley committed 2 penalties and East committed 1, they still should offset, and then the clock should run out. So waiting for the officials to sort this out. So there's the hold on Beckley. Roughing the passer on Greenbrier East, and another penalty on Greenbrier East. So they all offset, as you mentioned. And 4 seconds left. So all that for nothing. As soon as they spot the ball, the clock will run. And this game will mercifully come to an end. And there's the snap. Final play of the game, unless we have a defensive penalty. And the ball is caught to Clary. And they'll get him down inside the 35. And Greenbrier East has defeated Beckley 28-14. We'll take a break, come back, and get you ready for the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show after these messages on Video Productions.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, a Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
He's a Greenbrier buyer. She's a Greenbrier buyer. They're Greenbrier buyers. And we want to make you a Greenbrier buyer too. At Greenbrier Automotive, we'll do whatever we can to make your car buying experience the best it can be. From providing outstanding service to offering a huge selection to choose from, all with the best deals possible. Visit one of our 7 area dealerships soon or shop over 800 vehicles on greenbrierautomotive.com.
Are you ready to turn your passion into a career? At New River Community and Technical College, we've got the programs to get you there. Dive into our food service and event management program. Learn skills from kitchen basics to business budgeting and become seasoned for success. Or if the great outdoors is calling, answer it with our outdoor recreation program. Receive hands-on training that readies you to lead, inspire, and explore. Whatever you're passionate about, we have a path for you. Visit newriver.edu today. Start here. Go anywhere.
Hey, grab me one too.
There's a place where innovation becomes transformation, where you'll find that education is not just about learning, but about being excited to learn. A place to feel at home. Pursue dreams and prepare for careers. Build lifelong friendships. And a place where you'll be encouraged and mentored along your journey. Discover your future. Get ready to soar. The University of Charleston.
And we welcome you to the Pioneer Community Bank post-game show, and this one is finally over, and Greenbrier East gets the win, 28-14. The Spartans go to 2-0. Beckley, they go to 1-1. And Eric, it was kind of a tale of two halves. Greenbrier East scored first. They led 6-0. They had the momentum. Beckley seized the momentum. They led 14-6. But during the play-by-play, and you made the call that when Greenbrier East scored right before halftime and got the two-point conversion to tie the game, they seized the momentum in the locker room at 14 apiece. And I said before we started the second half, whoever wins the turnover battle in the second half will win the game. And it was 4-0 in favor of Greenbrier East, and they win, and none bigger than big 102-yard interception return, and that propelled Greenbrier East to defeat Beckley, and they shut the Flying Eagles out in the second half. You have the numbers of the ball game.
Yeah, and the numbers will speak volumes to what you said about the turnover battles. Beckley outgained Greenbrier East 248 yards to 183, but Greenbrier East was able to churn 100. I think over 90 yards on the ground in the second half. They finished with 117 yards of rushing yards, and Godfrey had 26 totes for 103 yards and a touchdown. And Hamrick just did enough to keep them at bay in the passing game. He threw for 66 yards, but none was bigger than the fourth down strike that he threw right before halftime to get his team back into the contest. They finished with a total of 183 yards to 248 and win by 2 scores. So that speaks volumes, and it's a lesson to be learned on all levels of football. You can't turn the ball over and expect to win against average teams. If you turn the ball over any time, you're gonna get beat.
Yeah, I think the two big things that stand out, of course, the turnovers obviously go in Easton's favor 4-0. Beckley only ran the ball for 38 yards, and I guess when they got behind there in the second half, they had to throw. But in order to win this game, if you told me, an hour before kickoff, Beckley's only going to rush the ball for 38 yards, I said, well, they're not going to win.
Yeah, and you're talking about Gage Burdette, coming off a big 170-yard effort against Team Washington, who, by the way, got a victory tonight against Hedgesville, in that up north. So it just shows you on any given night, man, teams can be beat. And hats off to Greenbrier East. They came down here with the game plan, executed it well, didn't turn the ball over, and they'll have a joyful ride up 64.
Well, Eric, I know you got to go early. We're going to let you go. We'll take one more break. I'll wrap it up. Always a pleasure to working with you, and you and I will be in Shady next week. And, of course, you and I will be at Pasquale's on Monday to do our podcast. You may not agree with us, and we'll be there at 7:30. Come on out and join us for our podcast. We'll let Eric go. We'll take our last post-game break, and then we'll come back and wrap it up here on Video Productions.
Here we grow again. Pioneer Community Bank is proud to offer a network of banks right here in our communities. By offering you more locations, Pioneer continues to meet all your banking needs where you are. Please stop by our new Harper Road location. We are truly investing in Southern West Virginia. Pioneer Community Bank. Friendly service, great products. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Access Health began as a small clinic with a simple yet powerful purpose: to care for our neighbors right here at home. From the very beginning, it was about people showing up for each other, building trust, and staying connected. Today, Access Health is serving thousands across Southern West Virginia. But what makes us different isn't just the care we provide, it's who provides it. Our team was born here, trained here, and lives here. This is what community looks like. This is Access Health, by the community, for the community, always.
Before you hit the Hatfield-McCoy trails, fuel up the way West Virginians do, at Little General Stores. We're proud to be part of your ride. Rooted in West Virginia and built for the back roads. Little General Stores. Fuel your adventure the West Virginia way.
We asked the real experts what they think of our Chevys and GMCs, and they didn't hold back.
Come here. Come on. I like the noise of it.
They tested the seats, the screens, and the tires as well. Now it's your turn. Northside Chevy GMC, approved by kids, loved by everyone. Chevrolet, together let's drive. GMC, we are professional grade.
Northside Chevy, really alright.
We're wrapping things up here in the Pioneer Community Bank postgame show. Final score: Greenbrier beats Beckley 28-14. Spartans are now 2-0. Beckley's 1-1. It was 14-6 there late in the first half, and Greenbrier East went on to score 22 consecutive points to get the win, 28-14. They tied it at 14, got the momentum into the locker room, and nothing bigger than that big 102-yard interception return that turned this whole game. Beckley had 4 turnovers in the second half, and the Spartans win. We appreciate our entire staff here with my colored man Eric Thomas, stat man Mr. Chris Farish. The camera is Jackie Moon and Heavy Hitter Senior, and of course producing the original heavy hitter himself, Mr. Nick Eskins and Cameron Ball. We thank everybody for their hard work and everything we've done to make the broadcast possible. All right, Tuesdays, our next broadcast, we'll have volleyball. It'll be Princeton, St. Albans, and Beckley from Beckley Woodrow Wilson High School. Next Friday night, our crew will be at Shady for Nicholas County and Shady. Until Tuesday night, for everybody, the final score: Greenbrier East 28, Beckley 14. Good night, everybody.